forward when I made my small forward video a few months ago or a few weeks ago,
2K
bro.
starts him at power forward.
Yeah, it's so stupid. That's why I was saying, like, in the first couple of streams that we did, like, honestly, if you can go by what that player plays for the team, fine. But if it's something that you clearly know they're out of position for, then it's like, come on, bro. Because like I'm not putting Paul George at a power forward.
No,
it's not happening.
Hell no.
I mean, I wouldn't even like Kawhi to power forward, but like we're in such a.
I wouldn't even put him there.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him there neither.
I would literally just decide which one's a 2, which one's a 3, and that's what we going with. Because at the 4, bro, neither one of them, even if he does start at the 4, he doesn't do 4 responsibilities. That nigga's never back to the basket, and if he is, it's because of an ISO. It's not because of a
mismatch type shit.
Yeah, it's never because it's nah. But the reason I had asked was because my criteria for my list on my channel are different. And I don't like to change my continuity. So for the most part, whatever list I made for my channel or whatever, I was pretty much doing it here.
I like the consistency. I like that. You keep it like that.
So I will say this. Because we got different criteria, some people like actually only one person I had to put in Kawhi. Because I put Kawhi. No. My real life list, I put Kawhi at the 3 and I put PG at the 2. But in this case, I do understand why we would put both of them at the 3. So I wasn't even worried about that.
Tweet that out because we is live.
No, for sure. I was about to retweet and all that too. But
wait, yo,
right, just tweet it.
You got all 5 lists made already? All 5 positions?
I have power forward made. I have to edit that video. I'm planning on editing it tomorrow. I plan on editing like 3 videos and doing it on stream, like on Twitch. But I'm doing the power forward one tomorrow.
On Twitch or Kick?
I think Twitch, because I'm already affiliated on Twitch. So I think I'm gonna keep the like editing and stuff like that on Twitch, and then my gaming shit, I'll keep it on Kick.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, Steph. I was gonna say, bro, you should think about streaming on YouTube, bro. You just hit 1K.
Really?
Discoverability on YouTube is way better than any other platform right now.
Even with live streaming, because their live stream tab has been dog shit for like
they live streaming like. Do you remember when Twitch first had went on like? You remember when Twitch first had went on sale and people thought YouTube was going to buy Twitch? I was shocked that they didn't.
I was shocked they didn't because of their live stream feature being so bad. But
fucking terrible.
Like you said, I'm glad that they didn't. But dude, who ended up buying them? Was it Amazon?
Yeah, okay. They came out of left field with that. We was like, what the fuck, Amazon?
I loved it though. I got my Jinxie charm. Best believe. I get my free sub monthly. Best believe. We on it. We on timing, bro. Bro, you sub to Jinxie, you get your free Jinxie charm on Rainbow Six Siege. Shout out to Jinxie. Hey, I gotta meet him. He live out here. He live out here, so I gotta find him one day.
Do? Oh shit.
Yeah,
bro. That nigga Clips is fucking hilarious.
Hilarious, bro.
I don't even play Siege, and I be watching his clips. Them shit showed up on my TikTok once, and I just been watching.
Bro, he's been on my TikTok ever since. No questions, if, ands, or buts about it, bro. He's been on. If you watch an actual stream too, I'd say his streams embody what the Siege community is like. Like everybody is cool with each other, but they're all toxic at the same time. Like the same way me and you talk shit and just banter over dumb shit just because the whole Siege community is like that. Like when he does one-on-ones on his channel, they're talking the worst shit to each other. And then after the fact, they'd be like, yeah, but I beat you, so it's cool, whatever. And then they're playing 5v5 on the same team like 2 hours later in the stream. So
good comms.
No, for sure. But hey, man, y'all could go ahead. This don't seem like it's gonna be a long episode, so I ain't even gonna,
straight up tonight.
I'm going ahead, take the reins, and you know what I'm saying, welcome everybody to this Key of 3 stream. Got my man Steph to the right of me. I was gonna say to the left of me, but I got a point left.
Nigga to the right know his right from left.
No,
he 20.
I have to point
at his big ass age.
Point left. Don't make me mute you. I trying to intro the stream. I'm fucking down. Try to intro the stream. To my right, I have to point to my left is Steph underneath me, but definitely not underneath me. My boy's Jay, you know what I'm saying? And we got John coming in later. You know it. We got John coming in later. He's gonna be a little late, but he should be in here in time for when we actually do what the stream topic is for today, which is our top 10 small forwards list tonight. But before we get into that, we got a few little topics we wanna delve into. Did y'all want to start on the Buddy Hield rumors or the Dame stuff first?
I want to start with Buddy.
Let's go ahead and get into it, man. So Buddy Hield it's being reported that the Pacers are looking to shop him. I think it was because they weren't able to, come into agreements with a new contract. So they said, fuck it, we're gonna ship him out of here. Let me know y'all thoughts on that, because I wasn't expecting them to, make a move like this, especially because Buddy Hield been in trade rumors for like the longest, and they didn't pull a trigger in. But it's just now they want to do it right before the season start. But hey, basketball is weird. But
basketball is very weird.
What y'all?
Hey, bro, we're on the small forwards now. But if y'all watching, y'all know we was on the point guards, and when we were on the point guards, we had a lengthy conversation about Tyrese Halliburton versus Trae Young.
Hey, man.
I'm going to put it like this, and I don't think people are really realizing this, but you take Buddy Hield out of that lineup, that's a very easy, I'd say 4 or 5 assists from Tyrese Halliburton taken away straight like that. That's a catch and shooter that is one of the most elite shooters in the league. But even past that, if you look at the rest of their lineup, a lot of those guys can create for themselves. So with that being said, Tyrese can get them the ball, but say they don't have a shot in that moment, they might create for themselves. Now that brings down Tyrese's numbers. Now it looks like Tyrese is more of the guy that me and Mo have said that he is. And I that's more of what I expect to happen with this trade coming to fruition. But more specifically with Buddy and the Pacers, obviously this takes away one of the best shooters in the league. But I think this team's okay. I've always talked about it. They have Benedict Mathurin. They have Nembhard. They have Nesmith. They have some guys at the 2 position that can not only shoot the ball, but can create for themselves and for others. So I'm not too worried there. I kind of expected Buddy to be traded at some point strictly because he doesn't fit this team's timeline anymore. But the real question is, where does he go? And 2 of the teams that I would like to see him go to is, the first team I'll say is the Rockets. And I just would like to see him with the Rockets because I think that'll help them in terms of spacing. They need more shooting. Dillon Brooks he's been shaky. He looks like he's getting back to his shooting touch a little bit, but you can't bank on that. So Buddy Hield going there would be dope. But the real team that I want to see him go to, and this could really help this team, especially if they can make a move to go get Dame, which I think they are able to do. The Toronto Raptors, they can go make a move for Buddy Hield, get some shooting on their team, and then that plethora of 3-and-D wings that you got, go ahead and tap into that with some picks. Throw in Grady Dick because now you just brought in Buddy Hield, so you don't need that shooting that he possibly would have provided because you now have a veteran. Throw in Grady Dick, a couple other picks, some assets, and go get Damian Lillard. Now, all of a sudden, you have a crazy team and a 3-headed monster with Dame, Siakam, and Buddy just for the foundation. And that backcourt, crazy shooting-wise. But my bad. I kind of went off there. But
Gucci, that was kind of a left field pick. You said the Raptors. That's not one that I've really put too much thought into. I know it's been the more rumors about Dame and stuff, and we're gonna get into that later. But was the Raptors one of them?
I heard it was.
I was gonna say I don't know that there were rumors for the Raptors, but y'all know, shameless plug real quick. I did make a Raptors video, so I have done research on them recently. You see it, Trill Buckets on YouTube, the infamous, but not
on YouTube.
I have done research on them, and one of their the biggest issue for them, they were 25th in half-court offense, and that started with them shooting from deep. They couldn't shoot for anything, nothing. They couldn't shoot to save them life. It was disgusting. And their best shooter in Fred VanVleet, he couldn't even shoot last year. It was just nasty. So in my mind, and this is without knowing who the teams were that were involved, Buddy Hield, that's a team you go to, especially because they have talent and the wings to be able to come off of that and bring some guys in, because what team in the league isn't looking for a 3-and-D guy?
Yep. Absolutely. When it comes to Buddy Hield, I'm not gonna lie, Trill, you absolutely hit it on the head when it comes to how it's gonna affect the Pacers offense, and especially Tyrese Halliburton. Like you said, a lot of those guys can create for themselves, and having Buddy Hield, all the continuity that him and Tyrese Halliburton has built over the last year, just gone, your go-to 3-point threat, your perimeter threat gone just like that. That's gonna be tough. I'm not gonna lie, but when it comes to Buddy Hield, I think his fit would absolutely be dynamic for two teams, along with the Raptors. Another rumor that was going around is that the 76ers are also trying to get their hands on him. And if they do get Buddy Hield, I wouldn't mind, if I'm Daryl Morey, I wouldn't mind selling James Harden for about 50 cents on a dollar. If I'm bringing in, say, who was the player on the Clippers? Terrence Mann.
Terrence Mann.
I wouldn't mind that at this point.
That would be tough.
If I also have Buddy Hield,
that's an interesting fit. I like that. Terrence Mann is a good player.
Absolutely,
Yes.
If you could somehow shuffle your roster and bring those two players in, I think Embiid would still be content being on the Sixers team, and this Sixers team can still be competitive in the East. Another team I would like Buddy Hield on is the Bucks. I'm not gonna lie, the Bucks need some more young 3-and-D players, some more perimeter threats from outside, playing off of a Giannis and a Chris Middleton. And I'm not gonna lie, Grayson Allen, you're just not getting the job done every night, buddy. I mean, you're nice on
one. Bro stinks. He stinks.
And he dirty. He injured Caruso with his bitch ass.
Hey, bro, I'm a Tar Heel fan, so fuck him for life. He's a dookie, so definitely fuck him.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Grayson Allen, your time in Milwaukee may be up, my dog.
Hey, my boy Dre.
Hey, yo, what's good? What's good, Dre?
I ain't gonna lie to you though, Dre. I ain't gonna lie. This is a tangent, and I know you gotta get your shit off, Mo. But Dre, you low-key pissed me off with that coon stuff. I don't like that, bro. You be standing on that, bro, and I don't like it. And you know what you be doing, because I know you making me mad on purpose, which is why I don't respond. But just know, bro, when I see you, it's up.
That's crazy, bro. I saw that shit too, and I was like, "You be standing on the weirdest hills, Dre." I don't get it, but that ain't what I'm. We just gonna move on from that. W hater Dre, yeah. W hater Dre. One of the teams that I would like to see Buddy Hield on. I don't know if the Pacers would want to get his team more ammo, seeing as they got worse, and this would make them, similar to a level that they were last year. Is the Nuggets, obviously. He's not replacing what Bruce Brown brought, but he's bringing something different. That's a tongue twister. Bruce Brown brought. And I did on the first try, second try too. Come on, man. But he not replacing what he brought, but he bringing something new, and that's that shooting. You pair him up with look at
bro. This dude is a troll.
That's a crazy comment.
What the fuck? Made me lose my train of thought and shit, man.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Dre. This is the perfect stream to say that in, because the other dudes is in here.
They would have knew what the fuck to do. This stream is for the niggas, strictly for the niggas. But getting back on the topic, the vibes, nigga. Getting back on topic, he don't replace what Bruce Brown brought to the team. That defense, the playmaking ability, and stuff like that. You don't get that with a Buddy Hield. But what you do get in return, him playing off the ball for Jokic, you get a second Michael Porter Jr., him playing off the ball for Jamal Murray. Again, you're getting a second Michael Porter Jr. In his case, I would say more consistent, because you look at Michael Porter Jr. in that finals, he couldn't shoot a 3 to save his damn life. He was still effective, and we're going to get to Michael Porter Jr. He might be on sneak peek. He might be on some of our lists, but he couldn't shoot a 3 to save his damn life. Buddy Hield has been consistently one of the best 3-point shooters in the league, and he ain't really had the injury troubles that Michael Porter Jr. has had. So you're loading up on way more shooting. This team offensively gets so much better with just adding Buddy Hield. So that's a crazy, if they get him, watch out. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
I don't know how much the Pacers would want to do that though, because like they just giving them more ammo.
If they do get him, that gives the Nuggets a win. It's nuts to think about. Like, I'm thinking about it in basketball sense. You got creators in Murray and Jokic with 3 other guys that literally can score at every 3 levels. Because you don't forget KCP is still in that mix.
He is still there.
So KCP, he's not too bad above the rim. And obviously we know he can shoot the 3. MPJ is the mid-range dude for that's his bread and butter. Of course, he's pretty athletic and can shoot the 3. And then Buddy's bread and butter, there's 3 balls. So they cover all 3 facets
literally
in terms of scoring.
And so then if they was to get Buddy Hield, they starting lineup would be Jamal Murray, Buddy Hield starting at the 2, MPJ starting at the 3, Aaron Gordon starting at the 4, and then Jokic. That's a fucking death lineup. I'm sorry. That's a death lineup. We talk about defensively. You don't really get that many problems defensively, bro. Obviously, Jamal Murray and Jokic not like stoppers, but like they not terrible on defense. You know what I'm saying? MPJ, he showed his ass during the playoffs. He was very valuable during that the entire playoffs for them defensively. And then you go into Aaron Gordon. We don't got to talk about Aaron Gordon defense. He also showed his ass not only through the playoffs, but through the regular season as well. So, that's a death lineup. Again, don't know if the Pacers would want to do that. And just make that juggernaut in the West.
I got a question for you real quick, right? So if the Nuggets do make a move for Buddy Hield, obviously you're gonna have to trade somebody. And I got a question for you, right? Would you move on from MPJ knowing his possible injury? No. All right, fair.
I'm gonna just cut you off. His
injury woes have kind of ceased to this point. So that's
healthy
kind
last
of
season, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's been healthy the past year and a half or so, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say he was fair. I don't want to say completely healthy, but I want to say he was more on the healthy side the year before. Also, let me see real quick.
He was out the entire year, but
you're right. It was the year prior to that where he played 54 games, but. Like, to answer the injury question, hell no. MPJ, he's finally getting to that point where you know how there's a lot of guys that are 1 year away from being 1 year away. He's reached it. He's not one of those where we keep saying he's a year or 2 off from being. Nah, MPJ's there.
Oh, wait. There as in like reaching expectations coming into the draft there, or where he is now?
Well, reaching expectations coming into the draft. He probably not going to reach that level because coming into the draft, he was a top pick. And then if you remember, that back injury shit is what led him.
That's literally what killed him.
Didn't he fall to 15? Where the Nuggets scooped him up at 15? It was 15, right? Yeah. So I think the ship probably sailed on that just because we was talking about him in different conversations.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that he's still not a very, very productive player.
Oh, it's 14, by the way. My fault.
So, to answer your question, no, I wouldn't do that only because he's a part of this team's future. I think that they've pretty much established that, especially with the contract that they gave him, which looking at it now,
real early.
They paid him early, and guess what?
It was smart.
Paid off.
Yup.
Hey,
everybody was saying, whoa, his injury history, if you give him all this money, hey, that money going up. That salary cap going up, bro.
And here's the thing about that, and this is, I guess we could end it here, but with MPJ, just injury history in general, it's crazy because it's almost like us as watchers, and we have to be included in the people that think that contract was crazy because we're watchers, but we tend to forget that the dudes that are paying them, they're watching them work every single day, so they know if they injuries.
Know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, so they know if they injuries are really about to okay, this is nagging, we're not signing him, or if it's really okay, he's getting better, he's in the gym, he's working, he's rehabbing, he's doing what he got to do, and you could tell with MPJ, he's always been a pro. He's never been a dude that's not taking it serious for real. Despite having that highly touted nature coming in. Like a lot of guys that we see like that, once they fall from grace and they're not the guy, they start becoming lazy all of a sudden. MPJ is one of those where I'm glad to see that even though he was the number 1 dude in his class, even coming out of college, he was that dude, he still is able to make his mark. That's dope.
You know what it is?
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
I got 2 things to say. MPJ cut from that same cloth that Wiggins cut from. You know what I'm saying? When shit didn't work out in Minnesota, it would have been very easy for Wiggins to be like, you know what? I got my money. They gave me a crazy bag. Fuck it. I'm going to just not try and just skate by. He didn't end up skating by. He worked. He found a team that, you know what I'm saying, worked to his strengths. And he ended up playing what? He was the second best player on the Warriors during that finals. And they won the finals.
I would argue there were stretches where he was the number one guy. Yeah,
I would say he was the closer
during that game where Steph didn't hit a three. He was probably the best player on the Warriors. But besides that, obviously we ain't picking Wiggins.
But like the sentiment in general was just after what happened in Minnesota, you're not expecting him to do that in the finals a few years later. But he
clamping up Tatum and shit and playing his role, grabbing hella boards. He grabbed like 17 boards one game.
After he's considered to be the franchise guy. But that goes to speak to that's the difference between when a guy loves hoops and a guy was good, my boy. That's the difference between a guy that loves hoops and a guy that's in basketball just for the fame, glory, and all that, or is just good at the sport. Because I feel like the dudes that are highly touted that do come in, it don't work out immediately the way they thought they did, and they fizzle out. Those are the dudes I feel like they were just really good at the game, and they never really loved the game. But you get the Andrew Wiggins of the world who, shit, I thought he was I was an Andrew Wiggins guy, bro. I thought he was the next dude.
That was your man.
Bro.
Canadian Mamba.
I hated Kansas with a passion, but when he went to Kansas, I was screaming Rock Chalk Jayhawk. Like I was really
that's nasty.
Right. No, it's disgusting. Because that's one of the blue bloods. You either Kentucky, Duke, or North Carolina fan. Nobody's a Kansas fan. So it's like it is nasty. But yeah, they just love hoop. And I love that because MPJ and Wiggins, they're two dudes that I thought were gonna fizzle out. But you can see they're real basketball players.
And I just want to add that also situation matters so much when it comes to drafting some of these young guys, bro.
Yeah,
they do.
100%.
And we can that's a whole nother fucking topic. I'm not even gonna get into it. But John, what's good, my boy?
My boy, what's the deal?
We ain't even got into the meat and potatoes.
You get a haircut, bro?
Episode.
I did. Finally got a haircut. I ain't gonna lie. It's because I be working from home like every day, so like I don't ever want to get cut. But like it was getting too bad. I ain't gonna lie, gang.
I feel you. I can see the cleanness like around the like facial area, so that's what you can tell the most.
Hey, if you go back to the stream, you gonna see I was wearing this hat like in a million streams in a row. Faithfully, I ain't have no choice. I couldn't do it, but now I'm back at it.
I had on that motherfucking Scully. It's right there in the background whenever I need it. When this shit gets too wild, but it
can't do it.
Too wild yet.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. My haircuts are scheduled. Let me see real quick. They are scheduled up until February of next year.
Damn. You got future schedule haircuts?
That's crazy.
Listen.
There's a joke I can make. I'm gonna just let you rock, dude. I'm gonna let you rock.
Mo, you can make it off stream, but if you make the joke, just know I'm coming right back with some heat. That was exaggeration. That was exaggeration. It's only till November. There's the proof, bro. November.
Still though, that's like
November still.
Hold on.
Okay. Let me explain.
Are you getting cut every 2 weeks or something?
Yes.
Okay.
You got a plug? Is this like your cousin or something?
November though?
Let me explain.
Wait, how much you pay for your haircuts? That's the real question.
Man. What they charging out there? What they charging? Because in Cali, they think it's crazy.
You don't want to answer.
What they charging out there?
I pay $50 a cut, man.
Wait, what tip? Is that what tip?
No, 55.
Hey, hold on.
Hey, I pay 65.
Pause.
That shit is cap. Yo.
Oh, wait, pause.
Whoa, what?
Yo, I didn't even get that at first.
That's crazy. That's
okay.
Crazy.
Let me explain, bro. Because y'all will fully understand once I explain. 2 things. My barber's not in the shop. It's not at the crib either. He has one of those like y'all don't like Jay and Mo don't got a girl, but you got a girl.
Damn,
you know the whack.
You don't expose me like that, bro.
Hey, bro. I gotta get a leg ahead. I gotta get a leg ahead before you get that joke off.
ladies, if for whatever reason you watching this, I am sensitive.
Fuck all that.
Shout out my boy DMs, bro.
But nah. You know those like salon studios they have to like get waxed or their eyebrows threaded?
I do know.
He has one of those. So it's like
pay for that.
Yeah. So it's not him paying for a chair like in a barbershop. He's paying rent on top of all that. So
okay,
that it's a little bit more expensive. But also, with that being said, he don't do the phone call, hey, you available? I ain't did that. Yeah, the cut app. Yeah, you do it through the cut app. But here's the thing, bro. He'll open it like 3 or 4 months at a time. If you don't see his Instagram when he says I got this month open, I guarantee you're not getting a cut for 3 months. I guarantee it, bro. I made the mistake of not submitting it one time. I didn't get a cut for 3 months. And I'm not joking. I'm not joking. So every time he says, and I'm like, bro, when he posts on his story, I'm watching it faithfully. Trust me, I'm watching it to the end. I'm not skip. None of that. I'm not doing that.
City on lock. Damn.
He said he booked and busy. He don't give a fuck.
And then it was bad because not only did I miss those haircuts, I had so many events in those 3 months, bro. So many.
the one time you fuck up.
Bro, and this is before I cut my hair. This is before it's short. It's more a little bit shorter than Jay's, but like as niggas we know, it's harder to maintain your hair and make it look good when it's longer like that. It is way harder because if you ain't got a lineup,
you look crazy.
Say goodbye.
You look crazy.
I ain't gonna lie. I need a cut too, bro. My shit looking wild.
Hey, this is funny, bro. Because this is definitely the episode for the niggas.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Hey, that's the theme of the episode, bro. Oh, also, only get cut by Puerto Ricans, black men, Dominicans, but it depends.
Nah, Dominicans be cutting it. Dominicans do be cutting it, bro.
It depends. It depends.
I've been with my barber since I was 3 years old.
That's crazy. Faithful relationship.
I've never lived anywhere longer than 3 years. So
I've been in Chicago my whole life. Well, I'm not now, but yeah. So
3 years old is crazy.
This is 3 years is longevity records here. LeBron ass nigga.
Do he giving you he be giving you a discount, Mo?
Nah, that nigga prices went up. I just had to adjust shit.
Bro. Mine went up last year.
Wait, Mo, how much you pay?
I'll pay 40.
Look, mine went up from 40 to 50.
Yo, that's crazy. Remember them $20 haircuts? Y'all remember that?
I definitely do.
That's what I was about to say.
And his ass a dub.
I was about to say, back out here, when I was younger, they used to have $10 Tuesdays out here. $10 Tuesdays. I used to go. I used to wait until Tuesday. Exactly. My mom used to wait to take me to get cut on Tuesdays. And nowadays, if you give a nigga a dub, that's like disrespectful. Like, that's the crazy part, bro.
Nah, so a lot of Cali barbers, at least from what I hear, I ain't been out there and got cut out there in a minute. But I heard a lot of them are charging $100 a head, bro.
Crazy.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like every barber out here
I would simply just have to cut.
Really, my barber, he only does $100 if it's a house call or after hours, because his off days are Monday, Tuesday. But that's it.
Not focused, by the way.
I know, bro. It's cool. We gonna figure it out as we go.
100 for a haircut is crazy. I would simply just be cutting my own hair, but
tutorials and know that because no way
exactly. But hey, that ain't what this stream is about.
Wait, hold on. Before we finish, let me ask y'all. My bad. I had to ask this though. Was y'all like me where y'all was always outside, so when your mama told you to come in the house so you had to go get a haircut, you was pissed for the rest of the day?
Yeah.
Or was that just me?
I just didn't want to.
I don't know that.
I don't know what it was. But my mom seemed to always schedule a haircut for after school when everybody's gonna be at the basketball court. So like, I'll get like 2 games and come home. You need your haircut, bro. Y'all ain't never had that?
Nah, I feel that. I ain't gonna lie.
With me was my mama only took me and my brothers to the haircut when she had to, because that was my dad's job. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
And when she did go, she was like, "All right." I was old enough to where I could stay in the barbershop and I could watch them. She was like, "All right, I'll be out of here because black mom, she don't want to be in no damn barbershop."
No woman should be in a barbershop, but hold on, no misogyny stuff.
We know what you meant. We know what you meant.
No, I know y'all know what I meant, but I'm about to explain anyway. Yeah. No misogyny stuff, just the fact that there's a lot of dudes looking in the bar. No,
yeah, every female that passed by the barbershop glass window, breaking necks. The niggas in there is breaking necks.
I would have had to fight a nigga. He eyeing up my mama. Hey,
bro, that's what I'm saying.
Yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like what you want. But
show some respect.
We went on that damn tangent. It's definitely strange for the niggas.
It's okay though. We only had 2 topics.
It's definitely okay. Let's go ahead and get back into it. We're gonna talk about these Dame rumors, man. Damian Lillard. The saga never ends.
Never ends.
He requested the trade. He wanted to go to the Heat. The Trailblazers said, "Nah, fuck that. You're not going to the Heat. We're gonna trade you wherever we trade you." And then shit stalled out. Now, with the season coming up, Portland is trying to shop him so that they don't fuck up their chemistry, for training camp and shit like that. It's being reported that obviously, Dame's request is to go to the Heat. He wants to go to the Heat, but as we know, the Heat don't got the assets for that. So my question to y'all is, do y'all think that this deal gets done? Not even to the Heat. Do y'all think a Dame to wherever trade gets done before training camp?
It has to.
It has to. Yeah. I would say it doesn't. I would say it has to, because if you're thinking about it, Damian Lillard just had the best year of his career last year. If you're the Trailblazers, you want to sell high. If Damian Lillard goes into the season, he's not who he was last season. If he's not playing at that level again, that trade value just gonna go down and down and down. He's getting old, bro. He's up there in age. Like, you have to do that deal before the season starts.
I think more so. I don't think it's on the age factor of it, only because with age, for me, I'm more so consider that when you're more of the athletic leaper kind of dude. And Dame can get up here and there. Shooting don't go with age. It only gets better with age. You feel me? So I don't think it'll be too bad in that aspect. Because isn't Steph 35, 36?
35.
So I think so. And Dame is only he just turned 33, if I'm not mistaken. So that part I'm not too worried about. It's the camaraderie. That's where you build your team chemistry. The training camp. That's where that starts, bro. It's further than just this is where we're preparing for the season. As hoop heads, John knows this. Jay, you gonna learn this being with us. But you can form that connection and bond with your teammates the absolute most when y'all are going through conditioning. When y'all are running, when y'all running suicides and y'all running 16s and everybody hands is on their knees tired, that's when you build the most chemistry, because that's when everybody's going through that grind together. And if Dame is traded to a team after all that, it's not going to feel like a team that Dame is truly on. It's just going to feel like he got tagged along with that team. Now, with that being said, I think a deal gets done. I don't know to who. But I was talking to Jay before we got into this hot take, and I actually mentioned it when we were talking about Buddy Hield. But the Raptors have the capital. The Raptors have the capital to go do this. They can go make a trade for Dame. And guess what? This time it won't be a rental like Kawhi was a rental. Dame still has 3 years on his deal? 2-3 years on his deal?
That motherfucker, I don't even think his new deal has kicked in yet. He still got a year on the old one, and then it kicks in next season.
Damn, really? Yeah. Nah, I need to
look.
Wow, you're right. I'm looking at it. You're right.
He still got 1 year, and then that crazy extension kicking in, right?
So it's this year, next year, because he has the player option next year. And then in 2025, 2026, that's when his contract extension kicks in. So really, whatever team gets Dame has Dame for 1, 2, 3 years minimum, because that 4th year he has a player option. But I'm going to put it like this. He's picking up that player option because he goes from 58 mil to 63 mil. And if he says no to 63 mil, he is the dumbest nigga on the face of the earth.
There's no way.
Yeah, you're not saying no to that.
You're getting him for at least 4 years, bro. 4 years. So Usai Mujiri, Take that plethora. I did. How do I say it? How do I say it?
You said Usai.
I said it's Masai, right?
Yeah.
I think I was thinking of Ime Udoka.
It's all good, gang.
My bad.
You good, gang. It's all good, gang.
Masai Ujiri. My
Land
fault,
the plane.
Landed. G shit though. Get off of that those plethora of wings that you got. Trade for Dame. Now you all of a sudden have a squad that can really do some things. I mean, I mentioned it before, but you could get Dame in there. You have Dame and Siakam off rip. That makes this team go from a bottom conference team to at the very least a play-in team. The very least.
Wait.
I think you said I'm a little short. I think that deal takes them from
no, I said least.
Bottom of the. Oh, okay, never mind.
Check this out.
Still, I think they floored with Dame and Siakam 5 seed minimum. I think in the East.
That's about the same.
No, it's not.
No, it's not playing. It's playing the 7 and 9. Playing the 7 and 9.
Also?
No.
What was that?
You're right. 5 though?
Nah, that's wishful thinking. That's like everything happened perfectly.
I don't know if it's wishful thinking because 76ers drops out of there.
They're in the East though.
And they got a new head coach. There's a lot to work around with that Raptors team.
Look.
Well, but if you put Dame on that team, and I think off rip you're gonna keep some foundational pieces like just immediately. They're gonna be above the Bulls. They're gonna be above the Hawks. They're gonna be above the Nets. Where it gets tricky, and I'm questioning. I don't know that they finish higher than the Heat. I don't know that they finish higher than Cleveland. I don't know that they finish higher than Boston or Milwaukee. No, they don't actually.
And that's Boston. Why I said 5. I feel like 5 is
5 might be a good spot because 47 wins was a 5 seed last year. If you're telling me Dame can't get them 6 more wins, I'm with you, Mo. I'm with you.
Look, let me get my 2 cents on this. So look for the trade, as far as the trade, I think that has to get done. I think for the points that both Steph and Jay both mentioned, this is his highest trade value, and you definitely want to get it off. But not even just that. I mean, like if Scoot's going to be your future, Scoot and Anthony Simons, just give him the reins. Just like don't put Dame there or have somebody there that's going to hold him up in any type of way. So just I say let Anthony and Scoot go. Now, as far as Dame to the Raptors, now I like that, Trill. I'm not gonna lie, I really like that. But I think to myself, like, yes, Masai Ujiri has all those pieces to be able to get off, but like, I feel like if you're gonna get those pieces off, you want to be able to get back to where you're in championship contention. I don't think Dame gets him in championship contention. As we're talking how good they are, I still don't think they're going to be able to beat a top of the team in the East, like the Bucks, like the Celtics. So to y'all, like, I guess, like from another perspective, like, is that trade worth it? Like, you're going to give away all those pieces that are supposed to get you back to the promised land for someone who isn't even enough?
Well, I'm gonna let you answer real quick, but I did come up with like a trade for it, and I want to hear.
I want to see what the trade.
I think it worked. I believe it was in the trade machine. Remember, did you see me drop it in the fantasy chat? Because I dropped it and Dre was like, ew, but then he thought about it. He was like, actually, that's pretty good.
If it was in a fantasy chat, I wouldn't.
I gotta find it. You could go ahead and answer because I'm gonna go and find it right now.
John, short answer. Yes, it is worth it because, like we mentioned before, if the team that's trading for Dame, they get 3 years out of Dame minimum, and then that 4th year, $63 million. He had to be a fucking insane person to sign that contract and then decline. You know what I'm saying? That $63 million because that was the 2-year extension. So the team that's trading for Dame is getting him for 4 years. Within that 4 years, you got 4 years of you. Let's say he's 33. You got 3 years of, I would say, Dame at probably if last year was his best season, you got 3 years of 90% of that, 85% of that, and 85% of that is still a top 12, 13 player in the league, something like that. So you have the time to, if shit don't work out this season, all right, come on. We establish what we did. We come together, we regroup next season. All right, we establish what we did, we regroup next season. You can do that 2 times, and then that 4th season, it's like, all right, well, shit ain't work out. But you got time. It's not like again, it's not like Kawhi, where if they didn't win when that year where Kawhi was there, it was absolutely no chance in hell he was going to stand. He was going to stay. That them winning made it like, all right, maybe Kawhi will stay. And if Kawhi did stay, well, shit, we'd still be talking about them as a top team in the East, I would say. Yeah, we'd probably still be talking about them as a top team in the East. So I say, with just based off the fact that his contract is already like set in stone, and the amount of years that you're gonna get, the amount of games you're gonna get from him, it's not like Dame is like some injury prone ass player. That one season was like, damn, that sucks. But like he not like an injury prone ass player like that. Dame gonna show up, Dame gonna play. You get that, and I feel like you good. Them keys is loud as shit, my brother.
My bad.
But yeah,
now that's real. That's real.
Steph, did you find it? Did you find a?
So I didn't put it in Trade Machine, but what I had put in chat was this, and I think part of it worked. I just had to look for it further, but it was basically you give up Thaddeus Young, Chris Boucher, Precious Achiuwa, Malachi Flynn, and Marquise Noel. But if you don't throw in Flynn and Noel, then do Trent alone. Then you also add OG Anunoby, of course, and some picks. And then that'll leave you with Dame, Grady Dick, Scotty Barnes, Siakam, Otto Porter Jr., Jakob Poeltl, and Dennis Schroeder as a foundation, so to speak. But what you could also do is throw in Grady Dick in there if you want to keep Marquise Noel or Johnny Flynn or whatever. But I could throw that in. I could throw that in Trade Engine right now. But that's what I had came up with earlier in the week.
Now, respectfully, you're not getting Dame without throwing in Scotty Barnes. I think that's going to be.
That's what I was going to say, right?
Wait. From the Trailblazers perspective, you want a young, nice player. I mean, that's pretty much what they said on.
Chris Boucher.
I don't know if you want to take that project that Scotty Barnes is. The Raptors already have enough trouble figuring out what the fuck he gonna do on the court for real.
You got all the time in the world. Look at the young players you got.
You do, but like. You got Anthony Simons, who you're trying to build up, and then you got Scoot, who's going to be your franchise guy. Assuming you want to add another third piece to that you got to build them with. The chemistry would be crazy if they get to that level and like they all like working together. It'd be great, but I don't know if they
y'all want to hear a trade that works.
What's good? Talk to us.
So OG, actually, I could put it on the screen. It don't matter. OG Anunoby. Chris, I got you. I'm gonna do that right now.
For viewership,
share screen, Trade Machine, boom, bow, right there.
Look at that.
OG Anunoby, Chris Boucher, Thaddeus Young, Malachi Flynn, and Marquise Noel for Dame. Of course, we know they're gonna throw in like a plethora of first round picks. That's no question. But to what you said, Jay. I think OG Anunoby and Chris Boucher, along with the picks that you're throwing along in there, I think that'll be enough. And it'll only be enough because off rip, Portland is going to have to take there's no deal on the table that they're listening to, at least, that is comparable for what they're going to get for Dame. I don't see any trade in the league that you're going to get that's going to be comparable, like an equal trade for Dame. So, I mean, that's
unless you was trading for a star, and Portland not doing that.
If you make this trade,
he wants out, so he has. Right. I mean, he doesn't have leverage because he's on the contract. But in terms of a business sense, he has the leverage.
If you make this trade, your plan is literally to banking on the picks, or you're gonna move on once again from OG Anunoby because OG's 26, Chris Boucher's 30, and Daddy said is old as fuck.
From OG.
He's 26 years old. He doesn't fit their time. He doesn't fit their timeline whatsoever.
I mean, it's not like they in win now mode. He's a good piece that they would be able to use on their team. I don't understand why they would have to just like, all right, we got OG. Fuck it. After this year, he's out of here or something like that. He won't his money. They'll be able to give him his money. They keep him happy. They get a good piece. They get a good player on their team. What's the problem?
That would not. I wouldn't say that would be beneficial to what you want to do. If you're moving on from Dame, you still got Jeremy Grant on your roster as well. I wouldn't say that would be a good idea.
Hey, but you still got to think about the factor of where's the West at this point too, because at this point you say you do this trade or whatever. Well, no. regardless, when you come off of Dame, you're gonna be at around where you were last year. You're gonna be a 30 or 30 win team, and if you're a 40 win team, that's gonna be a shocker because we're obviously expecting the Rockets and Spurs to be much better than they were this year. So with that being said, you pretty much looking at it from now and a future sense, it makes sense to hit the hard reset. And what I mean by that is even if you do bring in Anunoby for the next couple years or so, and like Mo was saying, and paying him, it's not really hindering much because you now have a guy on the team that, you know, your younger stars that you brought in, Anthony and Scoot and Shaedon and stuff, they can learn from, but also it's helping them learn how to play more beneficial basketball. I'd much rather have a guy like Anunoby, Thaddeus Young, and Precious Achiuwa and Chris Boucher on my team than have a bunch of young guys on my team and we're all of a sudden a Rockets team that's playing meaningless basketball. I'd much rather have some more of those vets that don't fit my timeline so that when my young players are their age that we're bringing, that those vets are now, we can now just fill around the team and we don't have to worry about other missing pieces, as opposed to where the Rockets, they flipped their whole everything in the course of an offseason strictly because they had zero of those veteran presence. So they were forced to go out and pay money and go get that. And I'd argue they overpaid for Fred VanVleet to get that veteran presence. So with that being said, like, I'd much rather, if I'm going to trade my star to essentially hit reset, give me some vets that my younger guys can learn from. And then when that time comes for us to say, okay, it's time for my young dudes to win, we could get these vets out of here and do what we got to do to form the roster, as opposed to paying to get those vets in.
I mean, and what I say to that, Trill, is that I'd rather get Tyler Hero in some vets. At that point, to be honest, I get a
Tyler Hero is not a vet.
No, I said Tyler Hero and some young vets. At that point, I got a young, very good player. I can get some vets in the Kyle Lowry and whoever else in Miami he wants to throw in there.
But I think Tyler Hero would fit their timeline even less though. And I listen. I understand he's younger, but you gotta look at it from this way. I know OG's 26, Chris Boucher's 30. Well, Shaedon Sharpe is what, 21, 20, Scoot 19, 20, Anthony Simons about 22, 23. By the time Tyler Hero is at the point where he's ready to win, those young players aren't quite ready to win. They're where Tyler Hero is right now. But by the point you're ready to get off of Chris Boucher and those other guys that are older, those younger dudes are ready to win. And you don't have to worry about, okay, we have Tyler Hero who doesn't fit now because he's so past them, or not, maybe not even past them. He's not what we thought he was going to be in these next couple years or so. So now we have to figure out a guy who's going to be that scorer, that shot creator, that whatever the case is, where basically put, it's a lot cheaper for business to go get those older dudes now than to get one younger dude and then a couple older dudes sprinkled in there, because you're going to have to come off Tyler Hero at some point.
What? And you won't have to come off OG. Wait, I don't, that really don't make no sense to me.
When you're coming off of OG and those older players, you're paying them a lot less than you're paying younger players that you would be bringing in now. You still got to pay Shaedon Sharpe. You're going to have to pay Anthony Simons again after this deal right now. You're still going to have to pay Scoot Henderson. So what I'm saying is,
I don't think that's true. That's not true at all. OG's a 3-and-D player. A lot of teams around the league would want him, right? If Tyler Hero's on that Trailblazers team, there's a lot of players on at that guard position that's going to be taking the ball out of his hand.
Why are you taking the ball away from Anthony?
They don't even want Tyler Hero though.
They don't want him.
I'm not. All right, but I'm saying, because you're saying that that they should trade to the Raptors. I'm saying your trade wouldn't be as beneficial as getting Tyler Hero and some vets, because your point is that they should bringing vets. You could do the same thing while also bringing a very good young player that fits the timeline more.
Okay, he's not fitting the timeline because by the time
hold on. Tyler Hero,
by the time Hero's deal is done, he's getting paid even more after you already have to pay those 3 dudes. If I bring vets in now, by the time those 3 dudes have to be paid, well, Anthony has been paid, but he's going to be paid again. We know he's going to get another deal. By the time those 3 dudes have to be paid again for Anthony and then paid for Scoot and Shaedon, those older players, we're paying them a lot less. Whereas with Tyler Hero,
that's not true.
Yes, that's literally, yes, it is. Tyler Hero's on his first deal. Tyler Hero's essentially on the same deal Anthony Simons is right now. So essentially, if you're expecting Tyler Hero to make all NBA one time or 6 man of the year or whatever that makes his contract go into a supermax, now you have to pay him even more than what you're paying him when you get him. But instead, if you get OG Anunoby after those 2 years are done, you're saying he no longer fits our timeline. That's perfectly fine by me because now we don't have to pay him. Whereas Tyler Hero, I'm paying him a lot more money than what I would be paying Anunoby by the time he's done with those 2 years.
What I'm saying is that when you bring Tyler Hero in, he's not going to reach that threshold that's going to get him the supermax. That's what I'm saying because the ball won't be in his hands as much.
That's cool and all, but why would you bring Tyler Hero in?
Yeah,
just for him to clash with the guards that you're trying to develop.
I'm not saying that's the best deal.
But I'm saying it don't track though. It just don't make sense for them to do. You're saying that
no. I'm trying to see what they're saying.
I'm not saying that's the best deal. Is what I'm getting at. I'm saying that what Trill is saying that you should bring in vets when that's not what the Trailblazers want. You could still bring in vets and get a young player if that's the goal. That's
the thing. They don't want him.
I get what you're saying. No. Fuck Hero. He's talking about a young player. He's saying a young player in general. And what I'm saying is he is. But what I'm saying is you already have your 3 young cats that you're looking for in the future. So bringing in another guy like that of that caliber, regardless if he hits the supermax or not, he's already making 100 M's. He's only going to make more because the NBA is only making more as a whole. So you already got.
You think OG go need?
I'm saying it's much easier for me to trade and move off of OG than it is for Tyler Hero.
Much easier? I mean, much easier, 100%.
I was gonna say I don't think that's a question.
No, much easier. 100%.
He said much easier, 100%.
But I think what it is. Steph, let me go. I think what it is. Jay, you saying more so bring in a young player for them to build like a OKC type foundation. Is that what it is? Because like they got young guys that fit their foundation or that fit the timeline, which that would be cool. But I feel like the route that they would go with a Blazers trade would be a little bit better. But I mean, I guess if you banking on turning into an OKC, and again, we don't even know if OKC is even gonna be fucking good. But if you banking on turning into an OKC and having those 4 core pieces that stick together for a little minute and they gain just chemistry and then they start playing together at the same time, they start peaking at the same time. When it's time to win now, then you will have 4 players instead of just having 3. So I get what you're saying there. I just think like.
But that's how you end up being the fucking Suns and you have no fucking depth.
Wait.
There's a reason, bro. There's a reason the NBA pay structure is the way it is, bro. You're gonna get 2 superstars for sure. You might have a little wiggle room to get a third one if you earn those first 2 bird rights for the first 2 players. You might have some wiggle room, but four niggas making a max contract on a team that kills a team. And the primary reasons the Suns can do it is strictly because they drafted Book and DeAndre Ayton. If they didn't draft them, they would not be able to do the shit they're doing right now.
I mean, you can maintain their bird rights. I just want to say my main point was that you got to throw Scotty in that trade. That's what my main point was for the Raptors trade.
I don't think so.
For this, look for that, I'll say that trade. Yeah, I think that trade that Trill had. If you can do that, by all means, get it off. But if you got to trade away maybe Scotty and one of them pieces, then you start being a little bit more questionable. But one thing I did want to say, like, I guess, like, before we get off this topic, on another like perspective, like, if the Blazers don't trade Dame to the Heat, like, they're gonna look so terrible. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Like, Dame stood by him faithful, y'all, through all these years and just kept re-signing. And I'm not saying he was playing for free. He was definitely getting his bread, making generational wealth. Like, he got something out of that too. But like, he stayed faithful by him. They did not put him in a winning situation, and now he's just trying to ask to go. Like, they should grant his request for everything he did to Portland, and for them to not stand on it because that's not the best thing for them. I ain't gonna lie, that's just gonna stain him. Like, as a player, I'd feel kind of shiesty about that.
I would too, but looking at their it is a business. But even still looking at their salary cap table, it's easier said than done because I mean, we know they just paid Jeremy Grant. They paid Anthony Simons, but they still paying Yusuf Nurkic 70 mil over 4 years. They just got Matisse Thybulle, who's making I think 11
Should let him go to the Mavs. Should let him go to the Mavs.
Who, Yusuf?
No, Thybulle.
Thybulle, yeah, probably. Yeah, so he's making 11 right now. Shit, Nas Little is making more than Shaedon Sharpe. So like they're still I think they still have some contracts that like it's tougher for them to move. I think that's where the issue is more so coming from. Because if you look at their roster, it's like there's guys on here where it's like, yeah, I probably wouldn't want him on my team anymore. But does the team trading for Dame want them niggas? Because Portland's gonna want to offload them dudes too, so that they can get stuff in return. So
yeah.
It's difficult, bro.
Good point.
Can you trade Jeremy Grant or is it too soon?
I think it's too soon.
Even if it's not too soon, who the fuck want that contract for Jeremy Grant? You know?
I'm not wait. With the salary cap going up, it might not be that bad in 2-3 years.
Bro.
Shitting me. This nigga made in 2-3 years. This nigga making 34 M's. Bro, making 34 M's when he's 32, and he got a player option on the end of that too. That's so.
Shit up. Hey man,
Jeremy Grant winning, man. Shout out Jeremy Grant agent.
Winning,
shout out Jeremy Grant agent, man.
Jeremy Grant,
because he got paid in Detroit too.
Them niggas need
Harrison Barnes
raises, especially Harrison Barnes agent. But we spent the good
BJ
amount of time
Armstrong
on that game topic. Shout out to his agent too.
Jeremy. No. Jeremy Grant is BJ Armstrong is Jeremy Grant's agent. I don't know if this is the hooping. I don't know if this is the BJ Armstrong. Let me see, because I'm intrigued now. Oh, it is. It is. It's the BJ Armstrong. Hey, shout out to BJ, man.
Let us see a
Bulls
black man paid.
Let us
Bulls legend for sure. But
actually, I'm sorry.
Damn it, man. I'm trying to segue, you know what
I'm fucking with you, bro.
Okay. I'm gonna say, my nigga. But man, we made y'all wait long enough. We're gonna go ahead and get into our top 10 small forwards. I'm excited. I was gonna mix the order, but fuck it, we could just keep it like this, and then we'll just go. I'm gonna start off. Some of the names that we do have on there before we start. Paul George is going to be on this list. He wasn't on our shooting guards list, and I felt like it would be like crazy if we just left them off both. So Paul George is going to be on here, whether you cool with that or not. He gonna be on here. So fuck you if you're not cool with that. I'm just playing. Shout out to you for watching. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it, and I'm gonna start off my number 10. Talked about him earlier, spoiled a little bit, but you probably weren't paying attention. It was Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. is what is this nigga doing, bro?
You can't do it, nigga. Look, go like this. That's not what I'm doing. No, that's not what I'm doing.
Do it. Hold on.
I'm doing this one.
Damn, how the fuck you, nigga? Let me get in my list. Okay, so
look, boom, boom.
Trey gonna have me up all night.
Nah, he doing magic.
Nigga. I'm not even doing it.
There you go, bro.
Oh, wait, I am. Yeah. Jay, you got to do it too. Come on.
Hey, y'all too cool for me, bro. I can't do it, bro. I don't know what I'm doing.
Hold on. Hit the boom, and then
boom.
Michael Porter Jr. is number 10 on my list.
Number 10?
I ain't got Jr. number 10 on my list.
Number 10? All right, I like that. that.
Listen,
I ain't gonna cap. I got him higher.
You got him higher? Okay, well, we're gonna get to you. It's not your turn yet, nigga. Wait. So, Michael Porter Jr., I like what I saw from him last season. He got healthy. He got paid, which was before that, but he got healthy. He showed his ass. He was very, very, very crucial to the Denver Nuggets, even necessarily offensively, even though he was, doing his thing in the playoffs, but more so on the defensive end. He showed that, he was more than just catch and shoot and the offensive hub. He was really good on the help side, still had a few lapses every now and then, on one-on-one. That's not his specialty, but I really, really liked what I saw from Michael Porter Jr., so much so that he ended up on my number 10 spot. Steph, it's your turn now, nigga.
It sucks because I'm a prideful ass nigga and I want to respond, but he's right. It is my turn now. So, I mean, number 10, Franz Wagner. I'm high on Franz Wagner. I really like him as a player. He's a hooper, bro. And I'm not gonna lie to you.
Too early.
He almost didn't make my top 10, but in his second year, he was almost a 20-point per game kind of guy, and his efficiency is gonna get better. The way you feel about Alfie, that's how you should be feeling about Franz Wagner, because he can actually 81? Play.
What's good, 81?
What's good, 81? That's how you should feel about Franz Wagner, because guess what, Jay? He actually has a lick of defense in his arsenal. He not like Alfie.
Yeah, man. Let me.
Alfie catch a straight from.
Hold on,
man. No, because you said you question it. Like, I know you high on Alfie. Franz is a better Alfie.
All right, I'm gonna wait till it's my turn.
True. Hey, I just got to follow because I couldn't agree more. I ain't gonna lie. I could have went with some other players here. I almost put MPJ. I ain't gonna lie. I understand why you can get him higher. I could have went with Scotty here, maybe even OG, but I went with Franz. I ain't gonna lie. The reason why I went with Franz because I like his game, but we talking about Trill said it. He almost averaged 20 points per game this year in the second year, but the nigga played 80 games. You know me, I care about availability. The nigga played 80 games, and like how Trill said, he could play some defense on him. But bro, he's a real like big playmaker. He's a 6'9", 6'11". He's playmaker. You can't leave that nigga open. I'm not saying he got the most knockdown shot ever, but you just definitely can't leave him open. And one thing that I like about him that's I feel like super underrated. He cuts off ball so well, and that keeps the offense flowing, like this fluidity to their offense, especially with Pablo out there who just be hitting niggas on the dime. I ain't gonna lie. So
it's Pablo.
My fault, man. My fault, gang.
Nah, you good. I had my own this episode, bro.
But anyway, yeah, Mo,
that's a fact.
I'm right there with you, Trill. Yeah, it's definitely Franz.
Franz though, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I want to see how the rest of y'all lists work out because I'm not gonna cap. Franz didn't make the list, and if I'm gonna be honest, I would have put a guy like Bruce Brown on my list before Franz.
What the fuck is going on? He's a shooting guard in the first place. What are we doing?
No, on Basketball Reference, he's a small forward.
That nigga is a 2.
Basketball Reference lied to me. But my number 10 is Michael Porter Jr. as well. I'm with Mo. Michael Porter Jr. had himself a hell of a year after missing the entire year previously due to his reoccurring back issues. I'm hoping and praying that his back issues are done and dealt with. He can play the rest of his career without dealing with that again. But Michael Porter Jr. was damn near 49% from the field, 42% from 3, and played phenomenally in the playoffs just up until the NBA Finals, which he did struggle from the 3-point line. But anytime Michael Porter Jr. Yo, MJ learning Tatum because he got
Gabe trying to get on you.
Yo, Gabe, enjoy your wedding, bro. Your uncle getting married. Stop it, bro.
Man, Gabe, come on, Gabe. Go enjoy.
But shit, now he probably at the damn what's the
reception?
Thing reception? Oh
reception.
Yeah,
this nigga no bitches.
Step in the name of love in the reception.
He don't even be thinking about marriage. That's how you know he ain't get no bitches.
Nah, he hoop had for
real. Hey, I respect it. That other had worse. You have to stream, nigga. You gotta be fucked up, bro.
Nah, but MPJ my number 10, bro. MPJ my number 10.
I like that.
Your number 10. Go ahead, spin again with your number 9. We gonna vary up the order.
Are we doing like that? All right. So my number 9. Yo, Mo, it's number 9, bro. It's DeMar DeRozan. Shout out to that
nigga,
bro.
What?
At 9?
Oh yeah. Am I bugging?
What the fuck, nigga?
I'm bugging.
On everything I love.
What?
Fucked up,
Jay,
am I bugging?
Jay, DeMar DeRozan is top 5 in his position, Jay.
That's
oh my god,
Jay.
Oh. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was spin with this one. Hey,
nigga, you not whack ass bar.
Nigga, your mouth drier than the Sahara Desert. You are not spitting.
Listen. All right. I got DeMar DeRozan at 9 because I do believe the guy above him is better. He's younger, and he's shown that he's a more versatile player. DeMar DeRozan is phenomenal. I mean, probably one of the best. probably 1-2 shooter when it comes to being in the mid range. Absolutely phenomenal. When he has a good team around him, he's guaranteed a top 5 team in whatever conference. Unfortunately, DeMar DeRozan is a limited player. I mean, there was a quote that came out a few days ago that he said there's nothing that he needs to add to his game. I mean, that's simply not true. DeMar, you're not a good 3-point shooter. DeMar, you're not a good playmaker. DeMar, you're an average rebounder. DeMar, I would like for you to. I don't like that mindset coming from one of the best players in the NBA. And I do think even as you age, there's still a lot that you can add to your game. And I'm afraid that DeMar DeRozan hasn't done that throughout his career, to be honest. I mean, he's mastered that mid-range shot, but that's about it, bro. And it's shown every single time they go to the playoffs, because the mid-range shot is one of the hardest to make and damn near the worst shot in basketball, a lot of people would say. And that's his bread and butter. That's his go-to every time, that he cannot hit it at the clip that he does during the regular season. That's why he continues to regress in the postseason. And he's my number 9, bro.
Let me get off.
The mid-range is not the hard. The mid-range is not the worst shot, and it is not the hardest shot to make.
That's what NBA media.
The worst shot. The worst shot is a long. No, the worst shot is a long 2. That's the worst shot.
He can take some long 2s.
No, nigga,
he does.
I was gonna say that's fair.
he hits a free throw line extended. But look, Jay, that's crazy, dog. Like, there's no way. I want to see how your list plays out, dog. There's no way. There's just no way. There's
my list is valid. I thought
that's not valid, gang. There's no way.
Keep going.
I'm just looking at some of the people that I have below DeRozan.
Like, bro, nigga, I am too, and I'm like, yo.
There's just no way. But anyway, what I want to say, Jay, is that you're tripping. And yeah, I honestly don't even know. That's it. But look, my number 9, I put this guy here. He didn't really play that many games. I have Andrew Wiggins, to be honest. I have him. He only played 37 games, but I put him here out of respect, y'all, because look, like, you can just see the difference between that year when the Warriors had Andrew Wiggins and he was playing at his level and playing clamp up defense on other all-star caliber players, MVP caliber players, versus when he was gone. I know he was gone for them personal reasons, and then even when he came back, he wasn't really all that great, but the drastic difference between the Warriors this season and when they won a championship, and you kind of take him out, and I know the whole Draymond punch and all that happened, but you know that he was a big factor and big difference in that, and you could just see it, man. So honestly, I'm putting it here out of just respect of how much the Warriors, they needed him out there this year. You could see it. It was glaring.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, John. Go from Franz Wagner playing 82 to Andrew Wiggins playing 30 whatever.
I know, but at least I gave a reason, though, gang.
No, you gave a reason.
It's a valid reason.
Valid reason.
Yeah, that's true too, Mo. Now that you say Wiggs, it made me realize I fucked up this list just a tad bit.
You ain't put that nigga on there?
I completely. He didn't really play too much, so it was hard for me to kind of, you know what I mean. But now that you say that, John, you sold me, so I will slide him in here. I ain't gonna say where, because at number 9, well, shit, y'all know where Wiggins is at now. But number 9 is MPJ. He was at number 8, but y'all, I forgot about Wiggins. So yeah, MPJ number 9. Mo already said all the things I would have said about MPJ, so we're gonna go ahead and slide. Oh, hold on. Actually, no, wait, my bad. I'm gonna take that time. I'm sorry, Mo. Jay, DeMar is a great playmaker. Don't you ever say that again in your fucking life, buddy. Don't you ever say? I almost forgot.
I was gonna bring it up later.
Did I say he was a bad playmaker? Did I say that?
That's exactly. Yeah, you did.
That's what I said. He's an average playmaker. Don't mix my words.
You said average.
I said
I'm
average.
pretty sure
you did.
I said average.
He's still not average.
We can roll the tape.
We're gonna roll the tape, Jay.
I'm pretty sure you said if you said average, fine. I still think he's better than average, but if you said bad,
sometimes
I was gonna say that's where his issue is. It's not that he's not good at it; it's that I don't think he trusts who's on the floor with him all the way. Whereas he's more like, I could just get this bucket, so I'm gonna just get this bucket. But yeah, go ahead, Mo.
Mid range, 50% for mid range. It's a fucking coin toss. Whether that's neither here nor there. We'll get to DeMar later. Number 9, I got Wiggins. I guess I was giving him also more of the benefit of the doubt, because of what we saw from the previous. And it's not like he was hurt, so you can injury tax him. He had a valid reason to be, to miss games, and I just didn't want to penalize him for that. I still think that, given that he played this entire season, well, one, the Warriors would have probably had a better seed. I forgot what seed they were, but they were in the bottom 4. What were they, 6?
They were 6.
Yeah, they probably would have been in that top 4 seeding. But yeah, I got Andrew Wiggins at number 9.
Mo, can I ask you a question? Let me ask you a question, bro.
I got a response, and I got a response for you, motherfucker.
All right, so wait. All y'all actually, are y'all basing Andrew Wiggins off of the year previous to last year?
Look, me, no.
What I did is I looked at the fact of when he was on there and what he did on the court versus he missed so much time this new season, and you just saw it. Like the Warriors just like needed a player like him, exactly what he did the year before. So that's why I put him here at 9.
Yeah, it's not necessarily what he did the year before. It's more so of we saw what the Warriors weren't without him.
Exactly. But I mean that's still, you know what I'm saying, when he played during the year in the 30 span game. I'm just being honest, the Warriors they weren't that much different of a team.
Well, I mean, if you really think about it, though, that's him.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was gonna say that means he also missed other 50+ games.
And he did come back for the playoffs. And y'all look at that stats. Y'all look at the stats
again.
He came back for the playoffs, but he was missing reps during the season.
No, for sure. But if we're basing it on this season, we're basing on last season. Like we gotta keep it above.
Yes, bro. But you gotta also realize basketball is a rhythm game, bro. So the fact that he missed 50+ games, but was still a very serviceable player for that team, and I would add, he had that team looking a lot more like what the Warriors were when they won. I think it's a lot easier to kind of stand on that ledge and be able to say Andrew Wiggins can be here because we see what they are with. That's championship, and we see what he is without, and that was damn near bottom of the conference.
I was fighting to get into the fucking playoffs one day.
That's fair, but I believe you guys are basing it off the year previous.
Okay, but then let me ask you a follow-up question to that, Jay. Like, there aren't any better players. Like, if you look at all other small forwards, they played like 33 games, and they're not just, and they didn't have the impact that Andrew Wiggins had.
Fuck that. Even if we are looking at the year previous, he averaged the same amount. So like his averages kind of got to the point where it's like he played enough to where it's like, well, his averages amounted to the same as last year. So that directly tells me you brought the same thing that you brought to this team before, but the reason it was different when it came playoff time, you didn't have those 50 games that you had a season before.
That makes a huge difference.
I understand y'all, and considering all three y'all got the same player, I understand the argument. But me personally, I feel like what you just said, Steph, that's hypothetical. And I don't believe I'm not putting a player that only played 30-something games on my top 10 list if it's based on this last season that passed by.
Okay, that's fine. Hey, hold on. Let's all of us right here, the 4 of us, bookmark this moment. Jay just said he's not putting a player on his list that played that many games. Because if you have a player on your list that a lot of people probably will have, I'm gonna rip you, nigga. That's kind of wild. Bro.
Yeah. Because he better be on your list.
Yeah,
because I think I know exactly who you're talking about.
He has to be on you. He
better be on your list. And if he's on your list, bro, I'm on your head. I'm on your head because Andrew Wiggins wasn't even hurt. Mm-hmm. That's the biggest part to it. He wasn't even hurt.
That's why I'm more inclined to put him on the list because he was missing for personal reasons. He didn't fuck his knee up or something like that. It was like out of his control that he missed the games. You know what I'm saying? And Jay, I'm on your head right now, nigga, because before the stream, it was me and Jay in here. I was like, damn, I wonder what the list gonna be like. I feel like 10, 9, 8, you know what I'm saying, gonna be pretty interesting. And this nigga puts DeRozan at 9. We had MPJ and Wiggins. Granted, Steph didn't have Wiggins on this list, but us three had MPJ and Wiggins back to back, number 10 and number 9. And this nigga had DeMar DeRozan, bro.
Come on,
yeah, bro. Like,
come on,
DeMar is crazy, but let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it pushing.
We're gonna keep it pushing.
Because if the generic brand Slim Reaper is on this fucking list, Jay, listen.
Great value, great value,
yeah. The great value Slim Reaper. If he,
he ain't played 30-some games though, right?
Come on.
Anyway, what are we on? What are we on? We on 8.
We on 8.
Yeah.
You Trill.
Steph, you're starting off with number 8.
8 is
John,
where
number 7.
8 was where I had Wiggs.
No, you had it. You said you
had
slid
MPJ 9, didn't I? Yeah. I thought I slid MPJ up to 9, and then Wiggins is at 8.
No,
so I have Wiggins 8. Yeah,
okay.
That's right. Yeah. So I have Wiggins at 8. We already went on
Wiggins already.
Yeah.
John. Well, no.
8.
I'll go. Then Jay go. John, you're gonna go last, and then you start number 7. So at number 8.
Wait. I didn't do 8.
You about to do 8 right now, nigga? Just listen. Go, Mo.
I just did 8. I started 8. I started 8.
So you're gonna do 8 after
You're about
Mo.
to do 8 right now. You're about to do 8 and
This nigga
7
looks
after
so
Mo. Okay. I started it, bro. So like nobody else has done 8 but me.
Yeah, and I'm about to get my number 8 right now. At number 8, I got Mikal Bridges. I think that he's shown enough in the small sample size that we saw for me to put him above Wiggins and above Michael Porter Jr. That team probably wouldn't have made the playoffs had they started off the roster how they ended it. And he didn't play too well in the playoffs, but I wasn't expecting a crazy amount from him. What I did see, though, 83 games played, 83. He clocked in for 1 minute, but shit, 83 games played, that's crazy.
Incredible.
And now, you know what I'm saying? He's a fucking Iron Man. Knock on wood, I don't think he's missed a game in the NBA yet. I could be wrong on that, but he ain't missed that many. You know what I'm saying? He's been an Iron Man. His defense has, it's been very good since he was still on the Suns. He's not on the Suns anymore, but his defense hasn't taken a hit. And then the offensive, explosion that we saw, we thought it might have been, just a fluke for a few games, when he first got to the Nets. And then he continued it through the rest of the season. Again, not to the playoffs, but that's a whole different beast.
I hate when people say that, though. He was playing well in the playoffs. The only reason he wasn't able to do what he was doing in the regular season is because they had no one else, and he started getting doubled every trip up the court. I don't remember which.
That's why I didn't tax him crazy on it, because that's not an environment conducive to a young player that's just starting to find his offensive groove like that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, about 8, that's a pretty big tax. 8, that's a pretty big tax.
Nigga, Jay, bro, you have DeRozan at 9, man.
Deservingly so.
All right, my nigga. When he was from that stretch of games where he got traded to the Nets, I think he was a 26 per game scorer on pretty good efficiency. Hopefully we can see more of that next season. I'm kind of banking on it since I got him on the top 10 in general. But Mikal Bridges at number 8. Jay, your turn now.
Oh, because we're going down with. All right, my number 8 is it's that Slim Reaper, bro. It's Brandon Ingram. And y'all said,
damn. Oh my
y'all said, hold on. Y'all said, 30 games. He played 45. So stop it.
No,
anyway,
the point was
shout out to
Jay.
You're one of them.
Crazy.
Shout out to Brandon Ingram. Unfortunately,
comedy,
the last few years he's been dealing with injuries that has been plaguing him from staying on the court. But when he is on the court, bro, I'm not gonna lie. This year, Brandon Ingram took a big jump, and it won't show up in the stats. But I think watching him, especially with Trey side tangent on Trey Murphy, he took a huge jump in shot creation, bro. It really sucks that he won't be available for the Pelicans.
Yeah.
But Brandon Ingram, bro, he's one of the best at this position when it comes to just strictly shooting over players outside of Kevin Durant, obviously. But his shot creation ability is uncanny, bro. It's really unfortunate that we can't see a full season from him. Like I said, the last couple of years he's been dealing with injuries and what have you. But I think Brandon Ingram definitely deserves the 8th spot when it comes to small forwards in the league.
You're so fucking unserious, bro.
Who the fuck do you have? It's not even that many.
I'm trying to figure out what small forwards. Yeah, that's what I'm.
Y'all got him higher? That's crazy.
Jay, yes, we got him higher. Jay, what I want to know is where's the consistency, gang?
What do you mean? What you mean consistency?
You just got on me for having Andrew Wiggins who
wasn't hurt,
games.
who was not hurt.
If you're on the court, regardless, you're on the court. If you're not on the court, hurt or not, that doesn't matter. Be on
45 games.
Yes, it does. Hold on, Jay. John, wait. Matter. Yes, it does. It completely matters because a torn ACL coming back, Achilles Clay, is very different from a nigga that's going to a family funeral or family issues for whatever. Like right, if somebody hurts their knee, ankle, whatever.
True, any worse. No, you just did extreme. Don't do that. You
no, regardless, any injury is affecting you. How is that extreme? Any injury.
Okay.
Hold on. No. I won't even go there. He can roll his fucking ankle. That is very different from a dude not playing. Why is that different? Because when you roll something, you tear something, you sprain something, whatever, you're weaker. Off rip, off tops, you're weaker. Strictly off of that. And Andrew Wiggins hasn't had any of those ailments.
You're right. But guess what? He was out for all that season. Came back, wasn't himself.
Yes, he was. He averaged exactly what he averaged last year. He was literally himself.
Wait. How did
Brandon Ingram was himself?
How did stats look in the playoffs?
Brandon Ingram was himself?
Why are you moving the goalposts? You just said when he came back, you are because you said when he came back he wasn't himself. And now that you say playoffs, now that I'm looking at the playoffs, he was exactly himself. He averaged the same shit.
Hold on, 29% from three though, right?
He still hit 1-3 a game the same way he hit 1-3 a game last year when they won the chip. He still averaged. Hold on. He still averaged
percentage though.
It doesn't matter. He shot one more three than he shot last year. It's the same. The percentages even out.
Percentage though. Y'all see he not giving me the percentage though.
Because it evens out. That's how numbers work. If I shoot one more time and I'm making the same amount I made last year, I'm still giving you the same production. And the only reason
Steph, that's cool. Only reason I'm asking the question. I just need the percentage. That's all I need.
It's the percentage is 29%. The
and
reason
the championship year. What do you shoot the championship year?
30%. And the reason it is that way is because he shot one more three. But guess what? He didn't make any more threes than he made the championship year. So that doesn't fucking matter. He still made 1.5 threes in the playoffs last year, the same way he did when they won the chip. He averaged 16.5 the year they won the chip. He averaged 16.7 last year when they didn't win it. Like you're literally only bringing up his 3-point percentage when he shot better from the field in general. He shot better from the free throw line. He averaged more points. He averaged more assists. And the only thing he averaged less in any category with regard to the championship year versus this year was his 3-point percentage, which again, I explained away because he shot one more three, but he didn't make any more than he made before. But also he had a little bit less rebounds. Like, come on, bro. What are we doing?
You're a dickhead, Trey.
Andrew Wiggins was quite literally himself. Like, if you look at the stats, they damn near mirror each other. He was literally him. He came back and was exactly what he was when they won the chip.
But the crazy part is that you told me, Steph, literally like 10, 15 minutes ago, that because he didn't have that 50 games in him, he wasn't himself. He didn't look like the Andrew Wiggins that we saw in that championship run.
You're not gonna have the leg. Yeah, you're not gonna have the legs when you get into the game or game 3 or 4 and you're in the fourth quarter after you played 35 plus minutes. Yes, he's not going to be himself in that regard. I wasn't talking about statistically. I'm talking about the Andrew Wiggins that was able to go for 48 fucking minutes, start to fucking finish. Andrew Wiggins wasn't that. And the reason he wasn't that specifically is because he didn't play those 50 plus games. Those 50 plus games are what helps you keep your legs under you.
I agree. And my point was being available is the main thing, regardless if you're injured or you're not. You're just not playing for some reason, bro. That's my thing.
And I understand that. I agree with you on that. But you were trying to say, because you tried to say Andrew Wiggins came back and wasn't himself, and that's not the truth. What production he gave them when they won the chip is the exact same production he gave them when they lost in the second round to the Lakers. Let's
take stats out the way. When you watched the game, did he look like himself?
No, and I just told you why. It wasn't his statistical production. It was because his legs weren't under him the way they were under him before. Why aren't they under him? Because he missed those 50 games.
I mean, that's fine, but that's basically what I said, though. I was basically
that's not what you said. You're saying Brandon Ingram, he's better, but he's hurt. When you're hurt, you're coming back weaker. Andrew Wiggins, he doesn't have his legs under him strictly because he wasn't playing, not because he's hurt. Brandon Ingram, he now not only has to re-strengthen that leg, but also get his legs under him. Andrew Wiggins, all he has to do is get his legs under him. So when this next season starts, Brandon Ingram, he's starting behind. Andrew Wiggins, he's starting ahead because he's not re-strengthening anything. He's not worried about rehab. What he's worried about is conditioning.
Hey, I'm gonna take your argument and I'm gonna go with Brandon Ingram. And Brandon Ingram averaged 2 more points, right? He averaged two higher percentage points, percentages from the field goal, right? He averages 7 percentage points higher from right?
I never said Brandon Ingram.
But he came back weaker though.
I never said that. I never said that. I never said that. You
literally told me. You literally said Brandon Ingram. He's gonna come back at a lower percentage than what Andrew Wiggins is gonna.
That's not what I was saying.
All right, then clarify for me. I'm confused right now.
So you're being. After the clarification, we're gonna go ahead and move on because
we got you, Mo. So in the beginning, we were saying you having Wiggins lower because he was out is crazy because we know Brandon Ingram is higher because he was out with injury, whereas Wiggins is just out. You said Wiggins is lower because when he came back, he wasn't productive the way he was before. That wasn't true. He was the exact same Wiggins he was before, both in the regular season and the playoffs as the year that they. In terms of production, in terms of his production, what he brought to the team, it was the exact same. You're the one that said it was diminished. You're the one that said you dropped Wiggins because he wasn't the same. You said that. I didn't say Brandon Ingram wasn't the same. My only argument, I'm not saying Wiggins should be above Ingram or vice versa. I don't care about that. My overall point is that you said Wiggins wasn't the same. And that's not true because he gave them the exact same production.
You disagreed with me. You disagreed with me.
You said he wasn't the same because of production. I said he's not the same because of stamina, conditioning, the longer stretches of the game. Those are two different things.
I should have clarified myself. Andrew Wiggins didn't look the same. Is that fair?
Fair? I guess, but you said he didn't look the same because of production, because he wasn't averaging the same thing he was before. I said he was averaging the what?
Specifically, I said because of the games. That's what that was my point. Why I didn't have him.
And then you said because he shot worse than he did before.
Yeah, from 3 specifically.
And that's not true.
33, 29, 33, 29.
He still made 1 per game.
All right, continue. Let's move on.
It doesn't matter what the percentage is. He still only made 1 per game either way.
I guess you're right.
All he did was miss 1 more. That's all he did.
You got me.
What up?
Nah, Steph, that's good. Man. That's good basketball talk. I love it.
Man, in the chat.
What's the deal, man?
My boy, number Steven.
We on number 8 right
Stephen.
now.
We're number 8. Number 8. All right.
Go ahead, John, bro.
Number 8. I gotta get off. Mo, you was preaching the gospel, man. It's got to be Mikal Bridges. He played 83 games. Iron Man averaged 20. I mean, if you want to take his season average is a little lower. 20 points per game, 4 rebounds, 3 assists on an efficient 46% from the field. But what I want to talk about is the fact that, like, y'all, when he was on the Suns, he was, you know, I say this all the time. I think when he was on the Suns, he was the best role player in the NBA, the best role player in the league. So he was efficient and great at his role on the Suns. He went to the Nets and became the guy, and he was efficient and great in his role on the Nets as the guy. He had a 27 game stretch on the Nets right when he got there, where he averaged 26 points per game on 46% from the field. So, I mean, yeah, like he played, quite frankly, every single role that you would be looking for in a player, and was literally available for all of them. I don't know. I realistically, I wanted to put him higher. I really wanted to put him higher for the fact that he did play all 83 games and the fact that he was such a great role player and he went on the Nets and became a star. And personally, I don't hold that playoff, I guess, fall off or whatever. He said, hold up, niggas was talking about.
Dre, we know how you was about guy, man. We tried to tell
Hey, Dre. Hey, just, it's okay, bro.
Look, man.
Hey, do me a favor, y'all, though, real quick. Slide the 3 that y'all had in private so that I could update who's in chat now.
10, 9, 8?
Yeah, in order.
All right. All right, bet. But anyway, yeah, I got Mikal Bridges at number 8, man. Come on. I really wanted to put him higher, but I didn't. And here's where I will, because Jay don't be consistent. I'm gonna be consistent. Something that's important to me, bro, is like how many games you played, right? Now, moving forward from here, these players that I have above Mikal Bridges, in my opinion, are like drastically better than Mikal. So it's like, even if you play less games, like I couldn't just disrespect you and put you down below, man. So that's where I'm at. But Mikal at 8.
Talk about me inconsistent. You got Wiggs at 9. Stop it, John.
That's crazy. That's not inconsistent. We got more niggas that have that.
We gotta stop the Wiggins talk, man. But we are in the process of putting all of our lists up until this point in. Mine was just up. Steph's is up right now. We got Jay's and John's that still need to go up. Steph, I know you typing this out, but you're gonna be the one to start off number 7, man. I was letting y'all cook. I had to let y'all cook because that was good talk. I mean,
it was good.
Very entertaining talk. Very entertaining talk. Y'all niggas is funny, man.
Hey, bro, I live for those talks though. That's shit. That's why we do this, or at least why I do it.
No. That's Jay list. That's
crazy.
That's Jay list. My bad. That's Jay's list.
Come on, chill. Don't give me. Don't give me.
Bro, I got you.
Don't give me
crucified out here, bro.
Don't give me crucified out here.
I fixed it, bro. DeMar at 10. I got you. I
can't even associate with that. I don't want to associate with DeMar at 10.
But at number 7, I have this one was tough. Y'all gonna hate me for this, boy. I got Paul George at number 7.
Whoa! What the fuck?
Talk that shit, Trill.
No, I'm fucking with you. I don't. I have Brandon Ingram at number 7. Yeah, I got you. Aha. Brandon Ingram is not better than Paul George.
Let's all laugh at Jay. Nigga.
He got one spot higher. What the fuck?
DeMar and BI at 9 and 10 is disgusting.
That's funny. But yeah, I have BI at number 7. I love BI. I'm high on BI, but I couldn't put him any higher. I just couldn't. Once we get to the rest of my list, I think y'all see why. But yeah, I couldn't.
Next up, we're gonna go in the backwards U shape, and then I'm gonna start off number 6. So Jay, it's your turn again.
I bet. Number 7, I got my boy PG 13. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, list is so fucking weird.
How, bro?
Jay just catch strays no matter what.
If I explain, we go on another 30-minute tangent.
So I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, so you can explain just slightly.
MPJ elite offensively. DeMar elite offensively. BI elite offensively. Then we got the defense, the two-way players. Come on, what are we talking about? PG-13, Paul George. Unfortunately, Paul George only played around like 50-something games last season, but in those 50-something games, he looked really good. And I don't know if he 100%. Did he make an All-Star team? Did he make the All-Star team?
I don't.
Anybody know?
I don't think so.
Well, if he didn't, he definitely deserved to. And him and Kawhi were like in and out of the lineup, unfortunately. And this upcoming season, Ty Lue made it clear to both those players that they need to take the regular season very seriously. And I believe we're going to see a very, very, very top tier season out of both Paul George. And I can't say Kawhi because Kawhi did tear his meniscus in the playoffs. So we don't know how he's going to look, but I do believe Paul George had a really good season when he was healthy. Unfortunately, he didn't come back for that series against the Suns. And if he was there alongside Russ, I think they might have made it out that mug. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, I got PG at 7.
Man. All right. Well, look, I think PG at 7 is, I mean, it's not ridiculous, but it is kind of high. I ain't gonna lie, Jay. But
kind of high?
Wait, that's kind of, 7's
like,
kind of high?
I think he should have been like lower in the list. Like he should have been closer to the 1.
Oh,
I mean, not like top 3, but you feel what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Anyway,
hold on, Dre. That wasn't me typing that, bro. That
was me. I mean,
bro.
Yeah, no.
That's hella funny. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, nobody has Mikal over BI. I would hope not here. But
why wouldn't we have?
We're not doing this, bro. You
have Mikal Bridges over.
No.
Bro, I'm one of the biggest Mikal Bridges supporters, and like Mo having him in the top 10 was kind of shock to me because people kill me for having faith in the short sample size that he's had.
Hey, bro, I got him over PG. Fuck, we talking about?
Bro,
come on.
Fuck is we talking about?
John,
fuck is you talking about? That's a good fucking question.
That's crazy. He said, "Yeah, this nigga addict for show." He said, "Hey, look at he said this nigga addict for show."
Hey, you know the vibes. You know the vibes.
Hey, this is the latest episode.
This is a W fucking stream, man.
Late episode. But anyway, number 7. I got a rational number 7, a one that makes sense. That here, this is where Brandon Ingram comes. Now, we talk about I talked about, consistency and like I want to see players play a lot, right? Now, like I said this last time, the reason why I have Brandon Ingram over Mikal, even though Mikal played all 83, and damn, and Brandon Ingram only played 45, but bro, like I think Brandon Ingram is leaps and bounds a better player than Mikal Bridges. So there's just no way I could put Mikal over Brandon Ingram. So that's even though Brandon Ingram played so less than games than Mikal. But yeah, I mean, come on, man. We talking about
wait, John, what? Wait, I got a serious question for you. What does Brandon Ingram do that's better than Mikal Bridges?
Okay, his scoring ability.
Play basketball.
No. Wait, I asked John. Let him talk.
His scoring ability, his ability to shoot off ball, his defensive ability, the being able to take that.
What? That was a sneak on that last one. That was definitely a sneak on that.
Defense, I'll take that back. Defense, I'll take that back.
I was like, I'm gonna let him rock.
I was thinking of length, but definitely I'm taking scoring. But more than anything, bro, like Brandon Ingram has had that pressure of like being that guy. Like we're gonna see if Mikal can do it this year. Like, yes, Mikal did it for half the season, and as we all believe, the Nets wouldn't have even made the playoffs if it wasn't for he plays basketball. Yeah, facts. He does play basketball better. But
for KD and Kyrie.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. If it wasn't for KD and Kyrie, the Nets wouldn't have made it there. And I feel like Brandon Ingram, he could have carried them there, and he has done stuff like that.
Wait, so you're taking Brandon Ingram's longevity at being the main option, number one option per se, over
and his scoring and his scoring ability.
Okay. Okay. I'm just
Brandon. The only thing that Mikal Bridges is better than Brandon Ingram at is playing defense and being on the court.
On the court.
Yeah. Other than that, he's not better than BI at anything.
Hey, chill. According to you, that gotta matter, ain't it?
I didn't say it don't matter, but Brandon Ingram is so much of a better player that.
That's my point. So that's my point, because I know I've been consistent on consistency matters, and it does. But Brandon Ingram is just I can't. It'd be disrespectful to have Mikal over him.
Jay, my nigga, please stop derailing us.
Wait,
with the
time out. Now that you say that, Jay, because you sound like you're being real strict on this. How do you judge Kawhi? Is he out of your top 5?
No, we can get to that. No. We can get to that.
Okay, all right.
Oh, he want to say the bullshit for later.
All right.
Mo.
Now I'm at number 7, and I'm gonna go back to back because these go hand to hand. I'm not gonna lie. The order for these two was switched. I just switched it like maybe 3 minutes ago. See the Chicago flag in the back. No bias on this one. I'm going to Rosen at number 7. When it comes to DeMar, man, I got experience with him on my team, so I can say this confidently, bro. It's just it's too much of the bad things that happen on the court when he's the number one option. You know what I'm saying? Like when he has the ball in his hands, number one, he's a good playmaker when he wants to be. He's a good playmaker when he wants to be, but like his shot selection is horrible. Granted, he's shooting like 50% on the dot on mid-ranges. That's a coin flip. Some games is on, some games is off. And it's just as a fan, me watching no movement happen on the offensive end, and this is partially on Billy Donovan dumbass fault, but me seeing no movement on the offensive end and then DeMar dribbling the fucking shot clock out and then taking a contested ass shot after 4 pump fakes. If it don't go in, I'm like, all right, that was a waste of possession. We could have got a way better shot. If it do go in, I'm like, all right, my nigga, cool, you getting yours in, but what about the rest of the people on the team? You know what I'm saying? Not only that, but he's been operating as the number one option on this team when we got somebody who can do his job, but better in Zach LaVine as a 3-level scorer. You know what I'm saying? So it's in my opinion, this is hey, bro. Dre, you a fucking clown, bro. In my opinion, it's less of DeMar is less of a player and just like, bro, some of the shit that you doing, bro, it's not conducive to winning. Like, nigga, you wildin'. Why are you taking these highly contested ass shots when it's not necessary? Why are you the one that has the ball in your hands and there's no offense being initiated? And this leads into number 6, who originally I had under DeMar, is Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram don't have the problems that DeMar DeRozan got. He's also equally a good playmaker. I'd say a better playmaker, but when he's much more willing to do so. Not only that, he's very close to 40% three-point shooter on pretty decent volume as well. Them don't grow on trees, you know what I'm saying, especially at the 3 position. So, I got Brandon Ingram at number 6. Just one spot.
Dre is the funniest nigga I know. Oh my god,
bro. No, I wouldn't say it to the Compton Crips, but the GDs would agree with me, nigga. The GDs would agree with me. Come on now. Like, what we talking about? But anyway,
wait,
Brandon Ingram
Mo.
at 6.
Mo, how you get on me for having DeMar at 9? You only got him 2 spots higher. That's
nigga,
not that
bro. Look at who you had above it, bro. You gonna stop derailing this motherfucking stream, bro?
You were saying it like you had him top 5 or something,
bro. There's a difference, but okay.
I think even 7's a little low.
If you can clearly see the divide in this list between 8, 9, and 10, and 7 and up, then I don't know what you on, bro.
I had BI and PG above DeMar, bro. That's
okay, but what I was saying was you had DeMar at 9. 9 is players that's complementary pieces, and everybody up is star level or above. That's what I was getting.
No. So, 11 and below is role players and complementary pieces, bro.
Michael Porter Jr. is a star to you. Andrew Wiggins is a star to you. Franz Wagner is a star to you.
I don't got 8. Oh, I don't got Wiggs on my list. Don't put that on me.
Okay, but all 3 of us had
like that's crazy.
But you have MPJ.
All 3 of us had Wiggins. All 3 of us had.
I'm not
Michael
y'all.
Porter Jr. And I hope you would have Mikal Bridges on this list.
Hold on, time out. No. Here's the question. Here's the question that you should be asking, Mo. You think MPJ, third option MPJ, is on the same tier as first option DeMar DeRozan?
Mm-hmm.
He's below him, so that shouldn't even be the conversation. No.
10, 9, and 8 are the same tier. 7, 6, 5 are another tier. 4, 3, 2, 1 are usually about like that's usually how top 10 kind of goes. 10, 9, and 8 are normally guys that aren't really the premier at the position, but they some star power. Then you start to get lower and lower. Well, small forward is pretty deep. So the way I look at it, once you get to about 6 through 1 for small forward, pretty much all of them are number 1 option.
Jay is playing the fuck out of you, nigga.
That nigga Jay, you getting killed right
now.
But
listen, man, again.
I mean, that's objective. I don't look at it like that. But
all right,
number 7, I had DeMar DeRozan. Number 6, I got Brandon Ingram. So then we just gonna go back in order. So Steph, it's on you.
Okay.
Jay, you gonna start number 5.
All right. Number 6. I actually just switched this while you was talking. DeMar is at number 6 for me. I had him higher.
You switch 5 and 6.
Y'all will see who 5 is.
Me too.
But
wait, Steph, who did 7?
7 Ingram. Was BI. But I'll get into because 5 and 4, y'all might look at me like, but I'll get into that. I moved DeMar to 6 because I don't think he's quite better than 5, but all the things you were saying, Mo, it confirmed to me that he wouldn't be able to be above 5 because I don't think 5 would do these things to the team that he's on, despite admitting that he's not a number 1 option. If you guys know your NBA lore, y'all know who it is.
Talking about.
Exactly. So, but with that being said, yeah, DeMar's at 6. I couldn't put him any higher, but I also for damn sure couldn't put him any lower.
At fucking 9.
Man.
Wait. You think he's better than Brandon Ingram? Why? Just why? Explanation. I'm really curious.
What do you
Jay, you are a masterful disruptor, bro.
I just want to get context because we have such different lists. I just want to get different. I'm trying to pick his basketball mind. Come on.
Are you speaking from a player standpoint, or are you like what are you asking?
No, strictly. What do you think?
Why do I have him above?
Yeah.
I feel like he's more of a solid player across the board. There's too many nights where BI will give me 30, and then the next night the nigga's giving me 12, shooting horribly. I understand DeMar can do that sometimes here and there, but for the most part, I can bank on DeMar getting me 20 to 25 points, regardless of an off night or not. Whereas BI, there's been enough nights where I'm like, nah, this nigga disappointed the fuck out of me. Like this should have been a night where he's hooping and he's just non-existent. So like BI can get there, but I think the way to get there and the way to get above DeMar, it really starts and finishes with him playing a lot more. He needs to play more games. That's what it comes down to because playing those more games,
he talking to Dre about this.
In playing more of those games or whatever, he's going to be able to have more of the stability that you see out of DeMar. Now, I'm not calling him injury prone and all that other stuff because other people will throw out more narratives, but I just think that's all it is. DeMar, I can count on him a lot more than I can count on BI.
And to piggyback on that, because I also have DeMar at my 6 and I also had Ingram at my 7, is because this list is a little bit based on last season, right? DeMar DeRozan, consistent player, 74 games. When their numbers are low-key a wash, you look at their averages, both 24 points per game. Brandon Ingram had one more assist, one more 0.7 more. One more rebounds, 0.7 more assists. But DeMar did it on better percentage and was available more. I'm rocking with DeMar at my number 6, and I think we might have the same 6'5" to be honest, because I think
probably
to be honest, because I flipped my 6'5" and then I flipped my.
I think you got. I feel like you got 4 where you got 4 for the same reason I got 4 where I got 4. But we'll see.
Stuff in the comments, nigga.
I want to know.
None of us got to.
This nigga said to buy it. Get the fuck out of here.
Mine's top 3. What y'all talking about?
I ought to time you out of this fucking chat. I ought to put you in user timeout right now.
Like what we talking about? Jay, go ahead, get your list, man, or get your number 6.
My number 6. My number 6 is Mikal Bridges, and y'all probably don't like Mikal Bridges that high, but when I was making my list, like I said earlier, 10, 9, 8 were the elite offensive players, then 7 and up were more the two-way guys, and that's why I got Mikal at 6. I think he, at this point in his career, he's a better defensive player than Paul George. He's not kick this thing. I think at this point in his career, he's a better defender than Paul George. And I think
step, bro. Hold on. What Stephen A say? Stay off the weed.
Crazy. But
no, Stephen A.
At this point, I think Mikal Bridges is creeping up on being a better offensive player than Paul George. Although I think Paul George is still a better shot creator. His dribble package is obviously better than Mikal Bridges.
Rewind that. I want to make sure I heard you right.
I said Mikal Bridges is creeping up on being a better offensive player than Paul George at this point in his career.
Jay, let me ask you. Hold on. Wait. Before you move on, how can you fairly say that Paul George has gone from being the guy in Indiana, the guy in OKC, and a very important role right here on the Clippers? So he's gotten the guy attention. Mikal Bridges literally had like 30-something games being the guy on Brooklyn. That's not even fair.
No. First of all, I think you guys, I don't know if you guys watched that many Suns games, but there were games where both Chris Paul and D-Book was out, and Mikal Bridges was getting.
You're talking about a handful full of games.
No. John, I'll corroborate. This nigga is tweaking, but I will corroborate the time that Book was out. That kind of did. My bad, Jay. That was kind of crazy straight. But I will corroborate that time that Book was out, it set up for Mikal to do what he did in Brooklyn because he was forced to be a scorer. And then when he went to, it was almost like the perfect storm. Like that was supposed to happen because he was forced to be the scorer next to CP. So I will say he did pretty much have a full season of being number 1, number 2 kind of guy.
But now you're gonna put that over Paul George, who
did I'm not. No, I'm not.
No. All right, listen. All right, first of all, it's okay to have a guy one spot above another one. It's debatable. Like that's all right.
Yes, that's fine, brother. But I'm just saying, like, over a guy who's did it over a sample size of years versus
but we're talking about last year. You guys' list can be based on resumes, but I'm talking about last year. And last year, Mikal Bridges, that little sample size on the Suns and his time with the Nets, he showed that he can be that guy in the regular season, and he was getting buckets. You can't take that away from him. Paul George was good in the 50-some games that he was with the Clippers. I mean, yeah, that's cool. He didn't make it to the playoffs, and in the playoffs, like Steph said, Mikal was getting doubled. He wasn't 100% comfortable being that number 1 option just yet, and that's okay if you want to put Paul George above Mikal. I mean, that's cool. I ain't gonna say nothing about it, but I think right now, Mikal Bridges, I think the defense is far better than Paul George's, and I think the offense is creeping up getting there. It's not there, but it's creeping up on getting there. Anyway, my number 5.
Listen. We just gotta keep it going, bro.
I'm keeping it going for you. I say nothing. My number 5. All right, this one was a little hard. I think I want to switch it, but I'm going to stand on what I said initially. And my number 5 is Kawhi Leonard. I got Kawhi at 5.
I'm fucking done.
I got Kawhi at 5. Wait, fellas, come back. Fellas, come back. Fellas, come back. Let me cook. Let me marinate. I'm heating up the pot right now.
You're not cooking shit, bro.
I'm heating up the pot right now. Let me cook, bro.
It's burning. You burning the fucking house down.
I'm cooking. I got the air fryer on. Pull up.
I can't believe that.
Listen. All right, Kawhi is at 5. Yo, Steph, sit your ass down there. Yo, I got Kawhi at 5.
Just standing there.
Strictly because the load management, I did not like it. He was in and out of the lineup a lot of the year, and he only made 2 fucking games in the playoffs. Yes, he put up insane numbers, 34 and 50 on I think like 60%. No, 60% from 3, 58% from the field. That shit was crazy. That shit was nuts.
You trying to get higher, Jay? Because you high right now, nigga. You trying to get higher?
Yo, no, but he's at 5. I don't know if you guys have him higher, like a lot higher than that, or what it may be, but he's still one of the best 2-way players in this league, and I'm not putting him any lower than that. I mean, the 4 guys that I have above him, they showed that they can stay on the court. They showed that they can still produce at a very, very high level, and I don't know how y'all tweaked out over the 5.
Okay. So, and I'm gonna just keep it super brief. You can respond, but I'm not gonna respond back. You got Bron above Kawhi. You have to, because there's no fucking way you left Bron off the list.
I do.
All right, my nigga.
Let's see it.
2 games in the playoffs. Y'all taking 2 games in the playoffs?
Okay, my nigga.
Number 5.
All right. Who's starting off on number 5? John, you starting on number 5.
All right, number 5. Honestly,
Jay just started 5, so John and then me, then Mo.
I probably could have put this player at number 4, but because of what this other number 4 like is doing and his impact on winning, and the fact
about Tobias Harris, bro. Damn.
Caught up on Tobias, but look, I probably could have put this player at 4, and if we was talking about just straight skill wise, he probably is 4, but what the other guy does on winning and what he do, like, I can't discredit for him. So for number 5, I'm gonna have to go with Paul George. To be honest, there's some nights where I see him out there, y'all, and I think easily he could be the best 2-way player in the league. But it's about the consistency. It's about him actually being out there. Offense, we know he's just like the smoothest, just straight hooper. Like, you just put him in a situation that he'll go get you a bucket, and he's a real lockdown defender too. So I ain't gonna lie. I got PG at 5. The 55 games is killing me. But again,
I don't know if he's a lockdown defender.
Yeah, healthy when it comes to these players. That shit inconsistent, my brother.
No, Jay, let me explain to you how it's inconsistent, because like I already explained, right? Mikal Bridges played 83 games. I was important. That's very important to me. I cannot put no one above Mikal Bridges. Everyone that's coming now that you're going to hear after Mikal Bridges is substantially a better player than Mikal. So it just makes no sense for me to be like, oh, they just played more games. They played more games that that makes no sense. Like, if I were to be like, nigga, Mikal at 1, then if you want me to go off that basis the whole time, gang, like,
wait, was Mikal your number 6?
No, Mikal was my 8. And I'm saying
I think it's
who's number 6?
Number 6 is DeMar.
Okay. All right.
Number 7. I think it's important. I think it's important to understand that while we say something is heavily taxed, that's not the full basis of our list.
But yeah,
no. I'm saying like in John's case, he taxes for availability. However, if said player is already better than other player, who gives a fuck about the tax? Nigga's already better than him.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to get at. That's all I'm saying. Because Jay, like you can't say I'm inconsistent with it because I just gave you like proof as to how I am, not nigga. Because I'm not going for that shit. But so your list is just, oh nah, nigga, come on, boy.
You talking about me or him?
He definitely talking about Jay. He definitely talking about Jay.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I got PG at 5. It should be who's better from. I only take games into account when it's close, like like when they're relatively close players. But then games that matters. But like I said, once you better, nigga. I can't.
Yeah, and that's how I take it. It's once I'm looking at it from the beginning, who's better from the start. But if they're negligible in my mind, their stats, whatever the case is, that's when my taxes come into play. That's when I start looking at other shit. But
exactly,
yeah, just to clarify that for chat and everything. But we're on number 5, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna spend too much time on it.
No, it's on me. It's on me.
Oh, for sure. So then I'm starting 4.
Yeah,
you are.
Wait, you said 5 already, stuff?
No,
he was about to say
Jay,
5.
you don't listen.
No, I'm trying to figure out how to Mo does it different.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Jay. Mo been fucking it up, but I just been following his lead, bro. I just been following his lead, fam. I ain't been.
Real quick, before I get to number 5, Dre.
No way you said that, Dre.
Mouth, nigga. Watch your mouth, nigga. Come on now. That's not my damn name.
Dre, this is.
That's great. Niggas gotta be fucked up. Bro.
Nah, that laughed.
This the African American flag, bro.
My fault.
Is he talking about Kimberly Parker? Or is he talking about actually Moesha?
I'm assuming he talking about fucking Mo to the E to the. But anyway, number 5. My number 5 is Paul George. We talked about Paul George at length. Y'all know who Paul George is. Number 5.
Yeah. Same with me, Paul George. There's a lot of reasons John said, and I'm not even gonna stand on it. But I guess more so I'm gonna explain Paul George with this number 4 pick. And number 4 is Jimmy Butler, Jimmy Buckets.
My boy.
We know what he brings in the postseason. Y'all know how I am. Postseason is the most important in basketball. I know you gotta play in the regular season and get there through the regular season. I get it. I understand all that. And I understand Paul George, he had a relatively healthy season for what we've seen, I would say. But Jimmy Buckets, two-way player, different kind of animal. There were some stretches in the playoffs where he was being carried by Gabe Vincent and company and such, but regardless, we know what he brings to the table. So Jim at number 5 was PG, and number 4 is Jimmy Butler for me.
Gotta respect it. Jay, it's on you now because I'm starting off number 4, right? Yeah.
Number 4.
I just did 4.
You're starting off 3, bro.
Yes, I meant 3. Nigga, come on, man. You know what I meant, nigga.
Number 4, I got Bron, bro. I got LeBron.
What the
James.
fuck? I'm sorry.
That's not even.
I mean, it's not that crazy.
Wait,
he is. To me.
All right, listen. Oh, my fault. I got 2 Lakers fans in here. My bad. No disrespect. It has
nothing to do with being a Lakers fan.
No disrespect, gang.
Yeah, I was gonna say it has nothing to do with
being a Lakers fan. It might not. Okay, John. It might not, but it don't help that you got a Bron jersey right behind you.
You're right. I'll give you that.
For me, it got nothing to do with it because he's not even number 1 on my list. So. Just 4 is just crazy.
Yeah. Shout out to LeBron. I appreciate him for still competing at this level, at such an incredibly high level. This late into his career, brother is 38, and he put up some incredible stats in the playoffs. Though in the playoffs, I will admit he was just a bit underwhelming. He was able to lead the Lakers out of the series against Memphis, out of that very, very intense series, a little underwhelming series against the Warriors, but did get swept in that Nuggets series. And me personally, watching that series, I think he only showed up for that 4th game. Bron really didn't look like himself up until that 4th game where he really clicked it on, like he flipped that switch. And at this point in his career, I don't think Bron I don't think he have that switch. Like, is that a switch he has in his back pocket?
Yes,
crazy.
Yes,
nigga, are you watching?
Hold on, Jay. He had a torn ligament in his foot. So let's.
I know
that's because he has the switch. It was just that you. My bad. Go ahead.
No. That's fair. That's completely fair. And injuries at his age, at this moment, it's going to take a bigger toll than it was like 5-6 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But and regardless, 38 years old, average 28 points, 8 rebounds, and damn near 7 assists. Yeah, his 3-point shot kind of disappeared in the playoffs, but he was still incredibly effective. Although, if you ask me, I think Anthony Davis was really the reason that the Lakers got out of the first 2 series. And I thought if he really turned into that two-way demon, really showed more on offense and even more on defense, because Jokic was fucking cooking. They might have made it to the fucking finals, and I think that would have surprised everybody. But
real quick, I just want to say, like,
what the fuck did you just say?
Kind of unfair to say that, like,
me?
Hold on.
Yeah, hell no. Don't. AD was the best defender in the fucking playoffs. Jokic is just that fucking good.
I didn't say he wasn't. I didn't say he wasn't.
You said if he turned it up. Were you talking about Bron?
No,
or AD?
I mean more.
Bron.
Like there's still another level you could go to stop Jokic. Or no,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Jay. He was. That's what I'm saying, Jay. He was at that level. It's just Jokic was at that nigga. Jokic. Yeah.
You're right.
And Jay, I think it's kind of crazy to. I think it's kind of crazy to give like LeBron like a strike or have it be a negative on the fact that AD was like the leading force in the first 2 rounds. AD's supposed to be our best player. You know what I'm saying? So he's supposed to be the guy that leads us. So I don't think it should be a knock on LeBron. The fact that AD led us to those first 2 rounds, like that's what he's supposed to do.
Wait, did I knock him?
Yeah, you literally just said you were just saying about how even though AD carried the Lakers through those first 2 series, and that you were like, it sounded like you were knocking LeBron by saying AD carried the Lakers. You were sounding like you're getting that LeBron should have been carrying the Lakers, but Anthony Davis should be doing this.
No, not for sure. I mean, that's a fair point. I was saying that more so because I'm kind of relating it to like what we see in the bubble. And how, although Anthony Davis was playing fucking incredible, LeBron was still, I mean, it was like back and forth who would win that finals MVP. Like, who was the best player on the Lakers? You know what I mean? I think in this playoff run, it was more clearly that it was Anthony Davis.
Okay. I got you. For sure. I mean, my nigga's 38, but whatever.
Anyway.
Anyway. Shout out to him, bro. Is it my 4 now?
Yes.
My 4, man. Steph, you're spitting, Steph. I got Jimmy Butler, man, bro. It was so hard because I'll be honest, PG's the better player. 100%. If I was playing at Rico Hines, I'd pick up PG way before I pick up Jimmy Butler. But like, bro, if we're talking about like last season, like it would be crazy to discredit that run, dog. Like, bro, in that Bucks series, Jimmy Butler averaged like 37 points per game on like 53% from the field. Man. That is ridiculous, dog. Like when no one thought that they were gonna beat the Bucks, and I know a lot of people say like as teams you always have that like, oh, I'm gonna win, but ain't no way. Like I just as basketball players, like they felt confident coming into that series, and as much as Heat culture, as much as you want to tell me, ain't no way. So for Jimmy to carry them out of that, and then bro, just like his takeover. And this is something I wanted to say to y'all, like, and tell me if you guys agree. A lot of people say Devin Booker, but I think like Jimmy Butler out of all the guys in the league is like the closest thing we have, like to Kobe Bryant, as far as like mindset, killer, and takeover. Would you guys agree?
Yeah. In terms of mindset, for sure, 100%.
Like mindset, takeover, like everything. I haven't seen this since Kobe, to be honest. Not saying it's at that level, but yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, cool.
The only other player I'd argue.
Too much stock into the mindset thing.
The only other player I'd argue is Jason Tatum when he went off for that in the fourth quarter of that game 6. That shit was crazy, but.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think it's Jimmy. We see it sustained though.
Yeah.
We see it.
That motherfucker Jimmy literally turned into a completely different player.
But literally a different player.
It don't make sense.
Shit is crazy. I got him at 4. That's it.
I also got him at 4. What ain't shit? I don't know what else to say. The motherfucker is like, I'ma always be a little more critical of Jimmy just because he was a Chicago product first, and I want the most for him, even though he's not with Chicago no more. So like. When them niggas made it to the finals, it hurt knowing that they was gonna get slaughtered by the Nuggets. But hey, I can't discredit the man. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks series and the Celtics series, they wasn't the best, but like we know what Jimmy Butler is. We know what time it is when it comes into the playoffs. And unfortunately, he was hurt for a good portion of that Knicks series, and I think throughout the entirety of the Celtics series. So
yeah,
we got Jimmy number 4. We in the top 3. We're gonna try to be a little brief with these. We over 2 hours, but hey, if you enjoying the stream, man, make sure you like. We got a very active comment section today. This has been a W stream so far. But to start off this top 3, to round out this top, start off this top 3. Give me Bron. I got Bron at number 3. If you've been following, you know who hasn't been listed for number 1 and number 2 yet, so you can kind of pick that apart. But I got Bron at number 3. Still a phenomenal player, still one of the top 12, 10, maybe 11, something like that, players in the game. I just feel like age is catching up with him, and he's clearly not the LeBron that we saw back in 2020. In 2021 is when it started to, I don't want to say started to go downhill, but like after that 2020 finals, you notice like, all right, this is not the exact same Bron no more. You know what I'm saying? So even with that, LeBron is still LeBron James. So it's only so much you can discredit him, I guess, if you want to call this discrediting him. But I got him at number 3, man. I can't put him no lower. And
top 3
unfortunately, I also can't put him no higher. Top 3 is going to be spicy.
Spicy.
Y'all going to hate me.
I already do.
We already hate you.
At number 3.
When you started with the R at 9.
At number 3, bro, I'm actually surprised at you, Mo. I thought you was going with what I was going with, but now I know your list. I for sure know your top 2 because I know who you have at number 1. But number 3, I got Kawhi. Kawhi Leonard, the second best two-way player in the NBA right now. Jason Tatum. I just wanted to say that the only reason I put Bron higher was Kawhi only played 2 games in the playoffs. Bron played the entirety of the playoffs, and they made it to the 3rd round. Everything else was pretty much a wash with them. I'm not going to lie to you. And though after this season, like after it's over with, Kawhi is probably higher because LeBron, I think he takes more of a step back, and AD is the number 1 guy. I still got Kawhi as the number 3.
For a minute,
wait, you said 3?
Yeah, he has
Kawhi is 3. Yes.
Oh, hold on, I might have messed up my list. Yo, John, you go.
All right, I also have Kawhi at 3.
Now you might have messed up your list. Okay, nigga.
That's actually funny. I ain't gonna lie. But look, hey, I also have Kawhi at 3.
I fucked up.
Look, to be real with you, man, like a player at Kawhi Leonard's like level, he needs to be playing more games. Like he just needs to be playing more. Like you got to be like the number 1 guy. And I'm not saying like you need to like do some Mikal Bridges, play 83 games. Like, all right, I get it. If you believe in load management, you believe you just want to turn it up when the season playoff comes because you're that good. All right, that's fine. But you have to be there more, dog. Like we have to build some camaraderie. I don't even know how to say that word, to be honest.
Camaraderie.
Thank you. We have to build that during the season. Don't even start with that because I know
I wasn't even going to, bro. I was gonna let you live, gang.
But you got to build that throughout the season. You got to learn how to play. Like, bro, great players, they can adapt, but other players, they got to learn how to play with those great players. So like you need the regular season to do that, and the man just doesn't play enough. And I do got LeBron over him. Yeah, I know LeBron only played like only 1 or 2 more games than him during the regular season, but we know what LeBron did during the playoffs and what Kawhi did. And then also, like LeBron, like I guess I'll talk about this more when it's LeBron's turn. But yeah, I got Kawhi at 3.
All right, so disclaimer. I had Kevin Durant on this list. Don't know why.
Didn't pay attention, nigga. That's why.
Yeah. So all right, just a readjustment. I guess I'm gonna have to throw Andrew Wiggins at 10.
Nigga.
Stop, bro. Stop.
All that shit you was talking. And then you're on the list. Look at that.
9 MPJ, 8 DeMar, 7 BI, 6 PG, 5 Mikal, 4 Kawhi.
This nigga got Mikal ahead of PG, DeMar.
And I guess my three gonna have to be LeBron, and then I'll spend back for 2 and 2.
Damn, gang.
Okay. Aren't you 2?
Yes.
Or am I 2?
Am I 2?
Can I do one?
Fuck it, go ahead. I ain't gonna lie. Fuck it, just go. Whoever's.
Start with two. I'll start with two. Fuck it.
Okay.
My number 2, Big Bron, King James. He's no longer the best small forward in the league. Y'all already know who my number 1 is. Jason Tatum is the best two-way player in the NBA as it stands right now. He is the best small forward in the NBA as it stands right now.
Hey, man.
And I'm going to say this because y'all keep talking about how ass he was in the playoffs. If it was not for Jason Tatum when they went down 3-1, 3-0, whatever they went down, they are not coming back and making it 3-3 and going back to game 7.
You want to know why? You want to know why? Let me go ahead and explain why. Because he was clamping the fuck out of Jimmy Butler. That's why, nigga. The stats don't show that. When you was looking at it, you saw.
When people say
had Wanko, stop it.
When people say those 2 role players were supposed to win the Eastern Conference Finals MVP, it wasn't because Jimmy Butler. Well, Jimmy Butler did stink it up. He did stink it up. Don't get me wrong.
Oh,
you call me. I'd rather call a grown man king than stink. How about you shut the fuck up, Dre? Anyway, as I was saying, like without Jason Tatum's defensive prowess, the Celtics don't get to where they get to. And that's been the case since his rookie year. King James is King James. That's his nickname. I'm not calling him king. It's literally his nickname.
Now you call him king?
You good, Steph. Yeah,
I'm not calling him king. That's his nickname.
Man, y'all niggas watch basketball, man.
Look,
stop the bullshit. I'm gonna just go ahead and insert myself in because I got the exact same number 2 and number 1. I will say though, it was close. Well, no, I don't have it. Excuse me. I don't have the same number 2 and number 1. I have Kawhi at number 2 and I have Tatum at number 1. The only caveat with that is I feel like had Kawhi not gotten hurt, he fuck around would have been number 1 because you look at the stretch he had towards the end of the season. It was like he was already in playoff mode. And then when he got to the playoffs, them first 2 games,
insane.
What the fuck? Oh my goodness. I ain't gonna lie. They probably would have beat the Suns' ass if he'd, you know what I'm saying, not got hurt. Unfortunately, he did. And so they might
have beat the Nuggets' ass, but that's another Listen.
Oh wait, they might.
No.
I disagree.
Mo, PGA is back. And who the fuck do they have to stop Kawhi?
Hey, man.
Not a soul.
Hey, man. They're going to throw Aaron Gordon on him and hope for the best.
Like I know Jokic is there. And they don't have an answer for that. But PG would have been back by that time. And Kawhi is there. So you could hope for the best. But PG's now back. And with fresh legs.
Jay, don't forget about Russ. Don't forget about Russ now.
Jay,
I was going to say that's another thing. No. Russ is valid because...
What you mean about Russ?
No, Russ is valid because not only did he help the team, but Russ might be one of the few dudes in the league that has the motor to go with Jamal Murray as long as like we didn't have the guards to be able to guard Murray throughout the stretch. Russ might be one of the only dudes that can do that. So
appreciate that from Lakers fan. I like
that. If the Clippers were healthy,
in terms of intensity though, because he not guarding.
In terms of intensity, but. The Clippers, if they were healthy, I think they had a shot to do some things. But go ahead, my fault.
Jay, John, you want to go or you want me to go?
Nah, I want you to go. Go ahead, do it too.
So my number 2, and y'all gonna hate me, Trill, your favorite player, and hey,
my favorite player.
I got
my favorite player is dead, nigga. What are you talking about?
I mean, I thought you said you wanted your favorite. All right, anyways, I got.
My favorite, like now.
Yeah.
It was Jason Tatum. It's Anthony Edwards now. That's it.
He putting on Team USA and fell in love. I feel it.
That's part of it. But he putting on for the dark skinned brothers. I can't root for the light skinned niggas, bro. I can't.
I feel that.
All
right, but
bro, Jason Tatum hoop like a light skin, bro.
And so what, nigga? That's why he number 1 on your list.
No, fuck you.
That's why he number 1 on your list, nigga.
That nigga Dominican.
Yo. No, I got JT at number 2. Like Trill said, one of the best two-way players in this league, and he's
I said the best.
Oh well, he's not. The guy above him, it definitely is. He's at number 2 because he literally took a incredible step on the defensive end. We know the dynamic offensive player that he is, and unfortunately, in my opinion, he just takes way too many threes for my liking. And throughout his career, he's increased his 3-point attempts, and obviously with Joe Mazzulla there, it's just gonna keep going up. But the percentage does not follow. In fact, it's been trending down a bit. Man. Yep, and unfortunately, I think that's a big reason for his inconsistent scoring when it comes to the playoffs, because we know the 3-ball, unless you're Steph Curry, the 3-ball is not gonna be there for you all the time. You live and die by the 3, and a lot of the time we saw Jason Tatum was dying by that motherfucker. He was dying by that motherfucker.
Hey, but you know what was saving him? That mid range that he just for whatever
what he needs to get back to
his foot, basket. Bro, his footwork when he's driving to the basket is incredible, bro. He's so crafty, bro. He needs to get back to that. But
look, man,
but I got JT on my number 2, bro.
Look, man, hey, I really didn't expect that. That's why I let you go first, Jay. I ain't gonna lie. But look, man, I probably should have this player at number 1, but you already know the vibes. You already know who I got at my number 1. So I got number 2. I got Jason Tatum. I ain't gonna lie. But he probably should be at number 1. He probably should be at number 1. I ain't gonna lie. But y'all know the vibes, bro. Y'all know the vibes. I can't. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
Wait, John, who's number 3?
Hold that jersey up again. Hold that jersey up again.
This is the Cavs jersey.
Now turn around.
That's how you got number 1. Okay.
That motherfucker beautiful.
That's the jersey I was talking about earlier, Mo, that I had.
I got this one, and I got.
I don't have a Lakers one yet.
Lakers one. I got like 2 Lakers ones, but I ain't gonna lie, bro.
You gonna get 23 or 6?
6.
But I gotta get that next. But look, hey, for Jason Tatum, I don't even need to touch on anything. Y'all already touched on everything. The only thing I want to add is the fact that like why, bro? Come on, gang. Come on, gang.
I thought you was gonna keep talking and skate past it. My bad.
Nah, look, bro. He did exactly what I'm asking Kawhi Leonard to do. When you're a star, I need you to play a lot of games. Nigga played 74 games. Like you know what I'm saying? Like as a star, that's how much you could really ask. I don't want Jason Tatum playing all 83. Save your body for the playoffs. That's what really matters. But be there to help us build that flow and whatever Trill said earlier, camaraderie. I think that's like you said.
Camaraderie.
There you go.
So, but yeah, I mean, John, we know you're number 1, but you can go
spell it, nigga.
Yeah, nigga, LeBron James, nigga. Goat, nigga. GOAT, nigga.
No, it's GAOT. Go.
Okay. I like that. But look, man.
You didn't see that Floyd Mayweather video? That shit was funny. He said, I'm the GOAT. GAOT.
Oh, no. Get that brother right.
What I did see was she is a bitch. BITCH.
Look, man. Bron.
If you could read one chapter out of a Harry Potter book,
that was out of pocket. That was fit. No, to do that on national television is crazy, nigga. Like you have to fade a nigga after that. Like there's no other option.
50 Cent is the funniest nigga ever.
He's petty, but okay. But look, for Bron, the reason why I got him, I mean, you're right. I probably should have Tatum, but look, bro. I mean, we're talking about a 38-year-old man who had 34 times last season, had 250 balls. Like Jay talked about his numbers earlier, averaged damn near 30 points per game, 8 rebounds, 6 assists on 56%, 50% from the field. And earlier, when I said like,
crazy.
when I was like, oh, I'll just talk about this later when I talk about Bron had to adjust, y'all. Like we realized like the team got like drastically shifted and like they went from playing one way to a complete different way at the trade deadline, and they still ended up going to that Western Conference Finals, and LeBron was a vital part of that. If LeBron wouldn't have been able to adjust to that transition, which a lot of players wouldn't been able to do, you know, they wouldn't have been as good as they were. Granted, I do agree AD was our guy, but man, LeBron was important to us. So, nigga, that's number 1.
This nigga Bron hasn't missed an All-Star game since his rookie year. That's insane.
Shit is crazy.
That's crazy. And he arguably could have made his rookie year.
Oh God, that's Benjamin Buckets.
Nigga, let's go.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Jay, me and Steph, we already gave out number 1. What's your number 1?
My number 1, Jimmy Butler, bro. Hey, Jimmy.
I completely forgot this nigga didn't list Jimmy.
Jimmy G Buckets is the best small forward in the league, bro. He literally beat single-handedly beat the best team in the Eastern Conference. Yeah, you could say, oh, it's the Boston Celtics. No, it's not. If the Bucks would have made it to that Eastern Conference Finals, they would have smacked up the Celtics. Word to
like
everything.
They did the year before, right?
Okay, word to everything. Chris Middleton wasn't healthy. Stop it. Word to everything. Jimmy Butler is the best small forward in the league, bro.
True, you might as well stay on the ground.
Chris Middleton being healthy had nothing to do with Giannis getting locked up by Al Horford, but
yes, it did.
That's crazy, Jay.
Stop. Yes, it did. Anyways, fuck, I lost my train. Oh yeah, Jimmy Butler tweaked his ankle in that Knicks series. Unfortunately, he was not the same since. He had guys like Max Strus and Gabe Vincent and Caleb Martin help him along the way, and his defensive anchor and Bam Adebayo help him as well, and his dynamic, incredible, goddamn near the best coach in the league, and Eric Spoelstra help him as well get to the finals. And unfortunately, he could not secure the win. But guys, let's give Jimmy Butler his flowers, right?
We did by putting him at 4.
Made 2 finals in the last 4 years. 2 finals in the last 4 years. A lot of guys don't talk about that when they talk about Jimmy Butler.
What about LeBron? What about LeBron making? Because he lost. What about LeBron making like 10 in a row?
How about LeBron? LeBron literally has a stat. He's literally the best player of all time. All right, like come on.
Thanks. So why is he not number 1, gang?
Because he's 38 years old, and he's not. He can't be a number 1 guy on the team no more.
So a nigga. Hold on, no. So a nigga that made the finals twice in the last 4 years isn't better than the nigga that won a finals once.
Wait. Chill. Hold on.
Over him, and he won it over him. Against him.
Okay, in the 2020 finals, right? The Heat lost their leading scorer in Goran Dragic, who got that plantar fasciitis, right?
I hear that shit. That shit would have made no difference, nigga. They would have got fucking smoked.
Leading
no
scorer,
matter what,
their leading scorer. What do you mean?
Let me ask you. Hold on. So Goran Dragic was a leading scorer over Jimmy fucking Butler.
Right.
And that nigga would have made a difference.
Can I continue to cook?
You see the coke, though? You see the coke?
In that 2020
that's
finals,
all I'm displaying, bro.
Bam Adebayo also got injured. Can I get a hell yeah?
Who would have got fucking cooked as well?
Hell yeah.
Bro, in this finals, 2023 finals, right? 2023 finals. Jimmy Butler got injured earlier in the playoff run, so he could not be as impactful as he should have been. And the Miami Heat, let's be honest, let's keep it a whole buck. The Miami Heat was an AC. They should not have been there in the first place, bro.
And they shouldn't have been.
Right, bro. But Jimmy Butler willed the way so that team could get to the fucking finals. Y'all gotta give him some fucking respect.
Jimmy Butler had 1 good playoff series.
That's crazy.
And he beat the best team in the whole Eastern Conference. Crazy.
So did Jason Tatum. So did Jason Tatum, who actually was closer to a finals win more often than. Never mind.
At what point was the Miami Heat down 3-0 to a team in this playoff run? I'm curious.
At what point has Jimmy Butler ever been? At what point has Jimmy Butler ever been 2 wins away from a finals win?
Man, at what point did Jimmy Butler ever beat LeBron James in the finals?
All right, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Nigga. Yeah,
those are 2 things that Jason Tatum had LeBron on the ropes, took him to Game 7. Jimmy Butler could never. Jason Tatum took 2 finals wins, 2 wins, the time he made it to the finals. Jimmy Butler, they won 1 against us, and I don't think they won this. Yeah, so he's only won 1. He's been there twice, and Jason Tatum has more wins than him, being there less.
But wait.
Nah, they got the same amount of wins.
You talking about playoff wins?
No, finals wins.
They have the same amount of wins.
They have the same amount?
He won 1 last year.
He won 1 last year? Oh, well, okay. Well, even still, it took Jason Tatum one series appearance to get the same amount of wins that Jimmy Butler is getting in 2 appearances.
Can we make the argument that Jason Tatum's team has always been better than the Miami Heat?
No, because they made it to the finals. It doesn't fucking matter. You made it to the finals. You play who you play in the West.
I mean,
it would be one thing if we're arguing East versus East, but we're not arguing that. We're arguing y'all made it out the East. Now you representing the East. It don't matter how much better your team is because you're representing that conference as a whole at this point. But even with that being said, and I'm not mad at you for having Jimmy Butler 1. I'm really not mad at you. I am mad at you. I am mad at you for having him 1, but I'm not mad at your reasoning, so to speak. It's just more so of the factor of Jimmy Butler is though and I feel like I'm arguing my own point. Though he is a playoff riser, that's him. He also is a playoff front runner at the same time. Like this playoff that we saw, he did what he did against the Bucks, but after that, like his averages look amazing. But what he did against the Bucks, that kind of got his averages to where they were. Once you go through round 2 and 3, now it evens out, and it's like, yeah, it looks like he had a great playoff run, but it was really round one. Other than that,
I mean that's fair. I mean, you could say the reason why the Celtics lost in the Eastern Conference Finals because Jason Tatum tweaked his ankle. I mean, like it just injury shit happens, part of the game. You can't. I mean, I guess.
I mean, I hear you, but still, Jimmy Butler at 1 is crazy.
That's not crazy. That's not crazy. That's not crazy.
Listen, man.
He's not better than Jason Tatum.
That's LeBron James at 1 is crazy.
No, it's not, nigga. When these numbers were better, numbers were better. Everything.
No, hell no. Watch him on the court. That shit. No, bro. He's not. No, bro. That's not more impactful than Jimmy Butler on the court. Fuck
Jay, I feel you. And me and Steph, we already gave our number ones, Jason Tatum. So that's our top 10 list, man. And that's the stream. Hope y'all enjoyed it. This is a real fun stream. Probably one of the better streams we had in a minute. I ain't gonna lie. I felt like this is a really good stream. We had some good dialogue, good back and forth.
Like W stream, fellas.
And y'all was active in chat too, so appreciate y'all.
Like W chat,
enjoyed W chat like shit.
We hit a viewership max of like 8 people at one point.
Ski.
If you see me and you trying to see what's up,
you wanna fuck with me and I'm having stuff. Bitch, look at me, got us to the vibe.
Okay. Nah.
You fucking on your
you know a lot more than I knew.
I knew it, but I ain't gonna lie.
No.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest.
I know that shit too. I just want, you know what I'm
saying. I'm more of a city boy.
Hey, you slide on Sexy Red? Did you see her in the club?
No, but hey, come on. Hey, can I talk about this real quick?
Oh no, I know.
KD's a power forward, Steph.
Yeah, I had him on, but I realized he was a power forward.
Not okay.
John, you wanted to say something before we sign off?
No, I just wanted to say because Jay said we slide on Sexy Red. Like, no, she actually looks like a nigga. Like, she's hurt. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You could clip this. You can have whatever. She's hurt. She really looks like Young Thug. Like, real.
I should have ended the fucking stream, bro. But listen, man. If you enjoyed the stream,
hey, I'm sliding her for the vibes. I'm sliding her for the vibes. I ain't gonna lie.
If you enjoyed the stream,
on a nigga for the vibes.
Hey, listen. If you enjoyed the stream, leave a like, subscribe, turn the notification bell on.
It's funny as fuck.
Oh my god.
That nigga said on a nigga for the vibes.
Hold on. Now we need to address this.
What
the fuck? Yo.
Listen. Y'all want to hear my take on Sexy Red? I ain't gonna lie. You want to hear my take? So I think she's like a 6 out of 10. About 6 out of 10. But listen, if we in the hood, like the sticks, or not even the sticks, but we in the hood, that's a 10 out of 10 hood bitch, and I don't care what nobody says.
In the hood, oh yeah.
Think about it. Think about it, John. A hood bitch, like a hood. Bro,
she breaking necks at the deli, bro.
She's a 10.
I don't want to necks at the deli.
I don't want you to break my car windows. I don't want you to get it.
You ain't get it out the mud. I got a special appreciation for bitches like that.
I know what these niggas talking about right now. If you enjoyed the stream, leave a like and subscribe.
I ain't gonna cap. You need a scammer bitch in your roster.
And with that, we're gonna end the stream, man. Appreciate you, man.
Like then you wake up, all your shit's gone. You're like,
that tells